Okay. Hi everybody. How you doing? It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce. I'm your pal. I'm actually the good guy. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. This is the channel that if you stumble across this, you find that there's this old guy with a
Welcome
lot
to
of lot of forehead here, not a lot of hair, who sometimes rants and raves, but he generally tries to tell you what's going on in the stock market in plain English. He doesn't trade stock. He doesn't buy and sell stuff. I don't compete against any investors. I'm a commentator, and I tell you what I think is going on, and I am using my angle of experience as a former stockbroker, as a former desk trader, as a former branch manager, former vice president of a brokerage firm, a former partner in a brokerage firm. I helped another gentleman found and create a brokerage firm from scratch. A former president of a publicly traded company, I was. Um, Offshore asset manager. I used to live in the Cayman Islands for a while, and I did my work there for a few years. I have got angles of experience. I have experience from all kinds of vantage points in my lifetime, back from 1978 till now. And here I am now on YouTube talking to people out there who are trying to make money in the markets and trying to understand what the heck is going on. What does this mean? Um, and I'm loving this part of it because at my age now, at age 66, I'm too old to be a stockbroker anymore. I can't be going to an office 5 days a week and putting in my 10, 12 hours a day. So I just casually put in my 10 hours a day here. as I take it easy in front of this machine, in front of this computer, 3 hours in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 5 days a week, plus a show every morning just for Gold Bagel members. Man, what am I, nuts? Yes, of course I'm crazy. I am cuckoo. There's that Gold Bagel member logo right there. Um, but I'm loving doing this. I love this. This is so much fun. I really enjoy talking to you about the markets, trying to fill you in on what's happening, and give you my interpretation on what's going on, because the markets have not changed since the 70s. They haven't changed since the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s. The basic essential ingredients of a stock market are and have always been in play from the very first early days of trading. That is greed, fear, and everything else in between. It's human emotion. And it is humans, investing humans, trying to figure out where are investments going, which means where is the market going. None of this has changed since the way back days of the earliest outcry systems, whether it's the London Exchange, the New York Exchange, whether it's the pits that used to exist in Chicago, whether it's the Amex Exchange, the American Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the New York, the Philadelphia Exchange, the Vancouver Stock Exchange in Canada, Toronto Stock Exchange, the London markets, Frankfurt, Beijing, Milan, Italy. It makes no difference. It's exactly the same globally, 24 hours a day, almost 7 days a week. We are greedy, greedy people, and we're connivers, we're schemers. We're trying to figure out, where should we put our money to make the most money? What should we do? What should we not do? And what I try and do here is just explain to you guys in as plain a lingo as possible what is actually going on and what it means and what it could mean. In other words, to give you a heads up, to say, look, this is happening and this is happening, which could mean that this could happen to stocks, the markets, sentiment, all that sort of stuff. And that's all I do. It's really simple. Anyone can do it. Of course, I'm the only one who's doing it. But in any event, there are a few other people who are live every day on YouTube. There are actually quite a few people who are live on YouTube to talk to you about the markets. And some are very smart and very intelligent people out there. There's a lot of sharpies out there. The key here is that, can they explain it to you that you get it? And is it what you really want to find out about in the first place? Or do you really need to know the complexities of derivatives, futures contracts, and all kinds of technical indicators? Do you need a guy to show you charts all day long? Then you'll find them. Oh gosh, they're out there. But if you want a guy who really has a face for radio and really shouldn't be on camera, but he's here, explaining to you what's going on, and you like hand action, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I'll do what I can for you. I've been on this channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, doing this now since January of last year, 2021. I started going on live when I had been doing videos about, maybe one a week, sometimes two a week for a few months. I had done a video about GameStop back in the summer of 2020 when the shares were $4.80 a share, something like that, mentioned how they were shorted at the time. I went live in January 2021 because I was getting a gazillion people sending me questions on my comments on my videos. They were commenting on my videos, which I have since disabled, by the way, because of the haters out there, all the trolls and stuff. But I was getting a lot of comments saying, "What is this? What does this mean? What is this? What is this?" And I was realizing, oh my God, there are a gazillion people out there who do not know what's happening. They don't actually know what's really going on. They see what's happening. Sure, they can see that. They can see stocks going up and down. They see that, but they don't know why, and they don't know how, and they don't know this. And I thought, I'll go on the air and I'll just talk to people, and I'll just be here as a financial advisor who will just tell you what I see going on and explain it to you. And if I can answer questions you have, I'll try to do that. And I did that for January, the end of January, all of February until the middle of March of last year. And my channel, when I started going live, had about 2,000 subscribers. And by the middle of March, my channel had 106,000 subscribers. And I was doing, I don't know, 20,000 views per broadcast. It was just insanity. Unfortunately, sometimes good things have to come to an end. And when the channel began to be dominated on the chats and in the comments down below by trolls, robots, all kinds of porn stuff, I had to stop that or lose my channel, because YouTube does not tolerate a lot of this kind of stuff, and they don't tolerate a creator encouraging this kind of behavior. So I had to kill the comments, because it was impossible for me to maintain them and stay on top of them. I wasn't going to hire 5 people just to handle the comments. It was impossible. So I just shut them down and only allowed comments here that you see here. But I then made the next move, which was a calculated move, where I decided that the only people who could comment here would be those folks who really wanted to be here and really wanted my expertise, rather than promoters of other stocks, all kinds of hustlers trying to sell whatever they were selling and promote whatever they were promoting, and all the trolls who were just attacking us, non-stop attacks. So I created a membership channel. I created the membership, which YouTube has always allowed. And I'd already had another channel called Traveling with Bruce, TWB. That was my first channel, 2017. It's still going. And I was doing memberships on that channel for already 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. So to turn this channel into a membership version channel was not a mystery to me. But I launched that on March the 16th of last year. I launched channel memberships on this channel. And I basically said to everybody, look, if you become a member of this channel, these comment areas, this is your exclusive domain. I might let a few people in for a while, but eventually I'll just shift it over to comments only from members. Ask me whatever you want. I'll do the best I can for you. And I found very quickly that several things happened at the same time. Number one, the commentary over here became PG rated, and it's what I was hoping for, and it was market related, which I was dying for. And I began to figure out, who's who in my zoo here, and what you're interested in learning about. I also found that my volumes went down on my channel dramatically because all the hustlers and all the promoters and all the shills and all these backdoor stock promoters who were trying to rile up my viewers to get them to buy stock that they were promoting, they all disappeared because they're not going to pay to be here. And you're coming onto my channel to promote another stock, you're deleted. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to promote all of these penny stocks out there and what have you. It wasn't my shtick. Although I have been asked and was asked have you got a list of stocks you like, and can you tell us why? And I've done that, and I'm still doing it to this day. But then what I did in April, May, is I began to talk about the rest of the market, not just the general trading of the market, but now start talking about the options market, which is another stock market that many of you were familiar with or had heard of, but weren't sure what it was about. You had ideas of what the market was like, but you had no clue what options were about. And so I began the process of educating everybody as best I could here on options trading. And in July, in the summertime, I began to put lessons together, option lessons on how options work, how they trade, why they're there, who gets involved in options trading and why. And then I began to get into details on how you folks out there who really want to make money in the market, you've got to play the long game. You've got to become the Warren Buffett kind of person. You cannot be coming here for a lottery ticket and make a bunch of money and leave. That's not how the markets work. Markets are long-term things. I began to show folks how to make money in the market consistently through writing stock options and how to do it. And now 12 lessons later, here we are. I've done 12 lessons. They're all up on my website, which I created in, I believe it was June, July as well. Stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. There it is right there. Stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. CA stands for Canada. Some people say, why doesn't it say .com? I couldn't actually get the .com designation. Someone else grabbed it, or I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. I'm not in the USA. I'm in Canada. So .ca makes it distinctive to me. If you go to that website, you'll see my picture on there, and you'll see a few links. But on the top, you'll see a few tabs over here. And one of them says classes. You click on the classes, you get a list of all the 12 lessons that have been put together. These classes that I conducted were done live in front of a live audience. And guess who the audience was? It was these folks right here, the folks that are commenting right here. Most of these folks were in the classes, and they're still here because they're finding that when I did these live classes, they could ask me questions while I was teaching the class. And Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife, she took the questions in as moderator, and then she would interrupt me in the middle of my spiel and say, we got some questions about what you just said 2 minutes ago, or 3 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago. Would you mind clarifying this? I would do that. And that's all inside the classes. So if you watch any of these 12 classes, you'll actually realize, oh, I'm part of sort of a give and take kind of a thing here. This is a professor, an instructor, who's not just standing there at a podium and talking and reading a script, talking to himself. He's actually engaging with his audience, just like he does on his live show. This is like watching a live show, but on this topic. This is great. And I've done that 12 times. Each of these classes are anywhere from an hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours and 10 minutes long. So if you want 24 hours or so of instruction on how to become an option writer and how to consistently take money out of the market from stocks you might already have in your account that you never knew could make you money just by holding them, or ways for you to restructure your account to make it a money-making machine all year round, over and above the stock price action. Now you don't have to guess all the time of what the market's going to do. You're going to go with the market and say, well, you tell me what you want me to do, stock. You want to go down? Great. You want to stay flat? Great. You want to go up? Fine. I can write options on all of these scenarios. And I'm taking in these premiums from all these gamblers who are throwing billions of dollars a week into the options market, have been for decades, will forevermore keep doing it. I'm going to take my slice of money off the top. And so that's what I began doing on this channel a year ago, January. And now here we are in April 2022, 1 year, 3 months later. I still have 80 plus thousand subscribers. It's incredible. 80+% of those folks who came in here haven't left. It's crazy. But I will say the volumes are lower now on a typical day, which gives me more time to zero in on these comments over here and help out people who have comments, questions. What should I do with this? What do you think about that? What are your thoughts about that? And I think it's rather effective. It's been definitely very effective for a good number of my viewers, and I'm very proud about that, very happy about that. So now we have membership levels. There are two of them. You can become a member for $9.99 a month and just hang out here and comment all you want over here during the day and enjoy. Or if you want to become a Gold Bagel member, one of the premier members here, the premium membership allows you, that's $24.99 a month. You then will receive every morning before 8:30 Eastern time, you will get a trading alert broadcast from me to give you a heads up of what to expect this morning, what I see going on overnight. And of course, you comment here. And then on Wednesday nights, this is tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, I have a primetime live show, just myself and all of these guys are right up here. You're welcome to join us live for basically a group session where we talk about what's going on. If you have any questions about your trades or strategies, we talk me and the group without the market in the way. Because right now, in the next 40 odd minutes, 45 minutes, the markets will be open and it'll get hectic around here. And so I'll try to keep up with comments while I'm watching the markets at the same time. 8 o'clock Wednesday night, Eastern time, the markets are closed and it's just us. And we can review what's been happening this week and what's going to happen the rest of the week. And we move on from there. So if you'd like to become part of this family, give it a go. Become a member at whatever level you want. Gold Bagel member has obviously about 24 additional features available to you per month over the regular membership. And if you're not a member at all, it's all right. You get to watch the show for free of charge. No cost to watch me. No cost to you to read these comments. If you want to make a comment, but you don't want to become a member, you can always send us a super chat through YouTube and put in a question. I'll read it. I'll be happy to do that. The bigger the donation, the more time I'll spend on your question. The bigger the donation, the more grateful I am. Thank you very much. All of you who are making a ton of money out there, thank you. For those of you who've been making donations to this channel through either super chats or PayPal donations, link is down below. Thank you for helping keep me on the air. I do appreciate it. Things have really changed in the last year, though, I have to admit. When I started in January talking about GameStop and the markets themselves, the craziness of the markets and the ridiculousness of what was going on, the so-called congressional hearings investigating what was happening and all this crap and the Robinhood nonsense, it was nuts. There were a number of other YouTubers out there. There had to have been probably 24 other YouTubers live trying to cover all this at the same time. I don't know how many of those are left. I don't know if there's 1 or 2 or 3 of us still doing that, of that group. I really don't know. But there were a lot of channels last year also filled with what I call day traders. These are people who would let you watch them trade stock live as they were trading on their accounts. I understand the mentality of that, and I can kind of see the interest in that. But if you are an investor yourself, you are in effect competing with these people to make a living. And I don't know how, whether there's a real conflict of interest there or not. They might get out of a position quicker than you can get out of a position. Now you're sort of, trailing. I don't know. Some of these channels can affect markets temporarily. And if you get caught in the wave of oh, this guy just got out of these positions. I want to get out. Well, now you're getting out 20 cents lower than these guys got out because you're just not as fast as they are. Or your signal's delayed by 20, 30 seconds. By the time you figure out what's going on, the stock has dropped 50 cents a share and you're out thousands of dollars based on what kind of position you have. I don't play that game at all. I don't trade in the markets. I don't have a single position. I'm a commentator, and I've decided to stay like Switzerland. I'm neutral. I'm an advisor, former advisor, and I'm an opinionated guy, and I'll give you my 2 bits worth of thoughts, and you make your own call. You make your own trade. You decide what you want to do. Now, some of you folks have taken it upon yourselves to say to me, thank you for running this channel, Bruce. I really appreciate it. Thank you for these classes. They've been invaluable to me and my family. This is great. I really appreciate that I buy one of your classes for $100. I can watch that thing all I want. This is really great. And there's 12 of these classes. So wow, for total $1,200, I can watch everything you've done on these classes. But I don't have to watch them in any particular order. I don't have to watch all of them. I don't want to. Thank you for all of that. But a number of you have decided you want more than that. And so starting last year, it was in February, people were asking me, would you do one-on-one private sessions? I want to talk to you about my situation that I'm in. And there's a lot of you out there that are in really unique, one-of-a-kind situations. You don't know anyone else in the position that you're in. No one else in the family, no one else in your friendship sphere, no one else through work. You've just never met anyone else that has a position that you're into. And it might be that you're looking after mom and dad, you're looking after a sibling, you're running a business, and you have a number of employees, and you just have a lot of stuff on your mind, and you really want an outside opinion to help you decide and figure out where you're at, where you were, and where you're headed. And you don't want it to come from a family member that won't be discreet about it. Frankly, some of you have friends that you cannot talk to about certain things because you know it. The minute you tell somebody one thing, everybody in the family knows about it because they're a blabbermouth, and you don't want certain things revealed. Understandably so, because you're dealing with very sensitive stuff. And so you turn to someone like me, which I'm honored. We'll have a one-on-one private conversation. And I don't have a vested interest in any of your affairs because, again, I don't compete against you for your success. I'm actually trying to make you more successful. That makes me happier. So if you want a one-on-one private session with yours truly, they're available. I do them on weekends because Monday to Friday, I'm here. I'm live here. So Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, so 10 in the morning Eastern, noon Eastern, and 2 in the afternoon Eastern time, Saturdays and Sundays, is when I host one-on-one sessions. Those are the 6 time slots that I generally offer, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. I can, and I occasionally will make an exception on a timing, depending on the circumstances. I do the best I can. Sometimes I'll do a Thursday session with somebody, but those are few and far between. Most of you are like me. Weekends, there's a little more time or a little more flexibility in your schedule. You pick the hour you have, you let me know. So if you want to do a one-on-one with yours truly here, you can certainly do it by just sending me an email right here. This is my personal email. Let me know. Say, Bruce, I would love to have a one-on-one with you. Can I reserve Saturday 10 o'clock Eastern time? Can I reserve Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time? Whichever one you want. I'll let you know. I'll respond to you, and I'll let you know what's available. The cost is $400 for an hour of my one-on-one time, where I'll be on the camera here. You'll be on the camera here. We'll be on this channel privately, just us. And we'll talk about whatever you want to talk to me about. Because some of you will call me with specific trade questions, but a number of you usually contact me with more generic, this is my structure. This is what I've got. This is where I'm at. things have changed in the household in the last 2 years dramatically, 5 years, or things are about to change within the family because time has a nasty habit of changing things, relationships, um, family structures, you name it. And so um, I get one-on-ones from all kinds of people, whether they're professionals with their own business, whether they're running a larger company, whether they're newly single, divorced, what have you, separated, men, women, people who are thinking about the fact that they're getting ready to retire, or they had never thought, it had never occurred to them that they could theoretically and seriously look at retiring at a much earlier age than they had ever considered before. They had no idea. They thought at age 43, 44, 45, we got another 10, 15, 20 years to slog away at this. And they have a session with me and they realize, oh my God, we could theoretically quit our jobs this month and completely change the direction of our lives, for ourselves, our children, soon to be grandchildren, depending again on your age, your family structure, what have you. You may find that you are needed by your family to look after the elders, and you don't have the time. And all of a sudden you realize you do have the time. You can actually arrange your lives in a different way. After hanging out with me for an hour, you'll realize, oh yeah, this makes sense, Bruce Stoll. Thank you for this. I'd never even thought of looking in this direction, because you're in the forest and you're surrounded by the trees. And how can you have an objective view from afar? You're surrounded by darkness. Again, if I can help you, fabulous. Let me know. I'll be happy to have a chat with you, and we'll figure out just what's going on. For some of you, one chat isn't enough. I get it. Some of you will sit down with me on a number of occasions, because you need constant updating and what have you. And I love doing that too. I try to justify my hourly rate by just saying to you that if I can help you be a better investor and stop you from making glaring errors, that saves you thousands of dollars of losses. They're right there is worth it. But for a lot of you, you have found out that making a few adjustments to the kind of trading you do, you'll find that just on one trade, on one options contract that you're writing, let's say an options contract on GameStop, to go back to GameStop, just writing a call option on GameStop and writing it in the right way, and then targeting the buyback in the right way, that right there might make you $500 profit that you didn't think you could make. And you need to make $400 one time to pay for my services for the hour. What I'll talk to you about, you'll do for the rest of your life, not once only. You'll do that forever now. So you should be all right. And again, if you're interested, let me know. Thank you all for being here from around the world. I have viewers in time zones everywhere, and it's exciting every morning to get up and do this. Never thought that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, certainly 20 years ago, that there would ever be a scenario like this for me, where I can draw on all of my experience over all the decades that I was in the business, and then just regurgitate it, just bring it back out to you, and help you up. Because I have realized that it hit me square in the face, just like a Will Smith dope slap, woke me up to the fact that I have forgotten more than most of you will probably ever know in this business, because that's how it works. And I do recall when I started in the brokerage business as a stockbroker, as a rookie guy, I made a point of pestering all the brokers and managers that would give me the time of day that had white hair. I would bother these guys a lot. They didn't mind. They all said, you're one of the few young guys that come up to us and talk to us. And I said, well, the reason I'm talking to you is because you are a gold mine of information that I can't get out of the library. There are no books in the library in 1979, 80, 81 where I can go and get one-on-one info like this from a living human being that I can look at and understand the emotion of. That's why you guys, I'm going to keep coming to you guys. And what I found very quickly, and what they would tell me, all of them would tell me, you never know it all. And the more you know about the brokerage business and the investment business and everything else, the more you realize you don't know. And this is a never-ending learning curve business. And there's a reason. There's a real reason why prior to 19 and going forward, it'll always be this way. Even people who've been in the stock market business, who've been in the investment game for 20 years, 30 years, 35 years, these folks still go to seminars, investor seminars. They still go to this stuff to learn more about what they're into. It's incredible. I was doing this when I was VP branch manager. I would still be going to the seminars to listen to a former Chicago pit floor trader who's doing a circuit, written a book about their experiences, or I would listen to a former VP of a senior banking firm out of New York talk for an hour in front of 250 people. And it would just be unbelievably enlightening. It would be incredible. I went to a 1-week seminar when I was branch manager. I went to a 1-week seminar where I had to fly to Toronto, 2,000 miles away, stay in a hotel, meet people. I didn't know anyone there. I didn't know any of the participants or any of the presenters. The Securities Exchange, Canadian Securities Institute, put on this 1-week seminar in, I think it was 1980. Oh God, 83 or 84, I don't remember. And I went in there because it was designed, it was the session, the seminar was for branch managers and vice presidents. It wasn't for any stockbroker, it wasn't for any office staff, it was for branch managers and VPs. So I figured I'm going to be like the least experienced guy in this room because I was 27, 28 years of age. And I get there, and sure enough, I was one of the youngest guys in the room because the branch managers and vice presidents from all across Canada who came into this, 200 of us who came in here, we weren't like every brokerage firm, period. There are thousands at the time, but 200 of us were sent here by our bosses. I was the youngest guy in the room, and I was surrounded by 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds who had been around and had been in this business for 25 years, 15 years, 12 years, 18 years, whatever. And I was a sponge. I was just a sponge for that week. And that was one of the greatest seminars. I probably the best seminar I'd ever attended. It was a crash course in 5 days. So we were there we got there Sunday and we got out Friday afternoon. This was not like, oh yeah, it's just a couple hours every day and you're off on your way. No. This was practically 5 full days of instruction. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It changed my life. And it immediately changed my style of management, of being a broker, of being a people manager. And it elevated me to a much higher level of understanding as to what is going on and who is who in the zoo around here in my firm. And I began to understand personalities, and I began to understand what motivated certain people in certain departments, and it really helped me. I mean, it was just an amazing thing. But this is exactly what happens in this business. When you become a part of this family, you're going to learn more stuff every day. Every week, you're going to be just a smarter investor the longer you hang out here, because I'm going to just keep bringing this stuff out to you that has been embedded into me. I'm still learning. Many of you are going to keep on learning. And the minute you shut it off and say, "Oh, I've learned enough. I don't need any more of this guy. I'm on my own now. I can do this." That is when you start making mistakes again. And that is when you begin to get loosey-goosey with your trading habits. You begin to lose the discipline that you're supposedly supposed to have to follow. And that's when the market starts to pick you apart, one little cut at a time, one little nick here, a little nick there. And after a while, you realize there's all this blood on the floor. Who's bleeding? Where's all this blood coming from? And you have no idea it's yours, as the market is tearing you to shreds, and you have no idea until it's almost too late, because you're not able to self-analyze. You're so into your game that you forget you got to sometimes step back and take a look around and see what's really happening. In any event, it is the market. It is the way it is. And welcome to the show. By the way, while I've been talking, the market's just doing great. The Dow is up now 243 points in the pre-market. They love everything I have to say. We're up 53 points on the S&P. We're up 281 on NASDAQ. You're all welcome around the world. You're all welcome because of my reflections on this business. GameStop 149.17. Congratulations. Yay. It's up a little bit. Fantastic. I say to those of you who are able to write options, let this stock open up with a little bit of a pop. This could be a dead cat bounce market. We could have here a dead cat bounce on all the indexes. And I'm guessing this might be it, because I have a feeling that starting tomorrow and Thursday and all next week, earnings season is beginning. And I am worried about the after effect of earnings season. And what is that? We have stocks that are trading right now, something called priced to perfection. There's that term out there. The market is priced to perfection. And you cannot have a single element of your corporate structure out of place or out of whack. You cannot have a single piece of news to in any way give anyone a thought that your next quarter and the quarter after that and the next quarter after that are going to be perfect as well. If anyone senses in any way that you might not reach a certain sales target, a certain margin target, a certain whatever target that they deem that you should be doing, not what you think, what they think as analysts, your stock is going to get slammed badly. And I am worried and wondering, as earnings season comes up this weekend, next week, and the next week, the next 3-4 weeks, we're into earnings season with every Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ company coming up with their numbers. I am worried that a certain percentage of all these companies are going to get the crap kicked out of them by analysts who are going to say, oh, we have to rethink our target pricing for this stock. We're going to reduce the target price from $270 a share to $180. We're going to reduce it from $78 to $33. Analysts try to be ahead of the market. They try to be ahead of bad news, ahead of good news if they can. And if they get the impression that there might be an issue with supply chain problems, inflation problems, interest rate problems, you can't get enough employees problems, transportation delivery issues, anything, they get a sense that one little thing out of all the thousands of things that could go wrong might not work out, we are going to downgrade your stock. We'd rather shoot now and ask questions later, because we just don't trust you. We don't trust the market. We don't trust the future. We don't trust the uncertainty. We'd rather be wrong by lowering your target price and you exceeding it. We'd rather have that scenario than say the stock's going to 250 and it only goes to $175. We don't want that, because then we're the analysts that blew the call. We want to be the guys who blew the call on the downside and the stock overperformed, because we can always upgrade the stock. We love upgrading stock, because it makes everybody feel good. But we got to upgrade a stock that's under expectations. That is the secret here. And now going forward, what will Apple do? What will Microsoft do? Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, all the FANG stocks. How are they going to do? How are they going to perform? What is the perception of the next 3 to 6 to 9 months? And therein lies the future of the market, because the stock market, to come back to the beginning of our discussion, hasn't changed since the creation of the stock market. And what actually is the stock market? The stock market itself is a reflection of what people think the economy is going to be like 6 months to a year from now. That is what it is. People will buy stock today and say, I'm prepared to pay this price for this stock now, because in the next 6 months to a year from now, I believe that the economy and this company's prospects will do this and this. And if the economy does that, this company can do that, and the stock will be worth that. And I think I'm happy to pay a certain price for a stock now based on the 6-month prospects to 1-year prospects of this company's fortunes. And if I'm right, and the company delivers on what I think they can do, the shares will trade at a higher price than they are now. Now, many, many times, people have been right on this scenario. They've absolutely nailed it. They've seen the economy, the inflation rate, interest rates, all kinds of political situations, and they figured out that, you know what, in the next 3 to 6 months, this is going to happen, and this company can do that. And it does. The company does deliver on the goods. But then there's another issue that comes up, and this is where a lot of you folks don't get this information from where you think you're going to get it from. You keep thinking out there that they will tell me, someone out there will tell me when to sell my stock and lock in my profit. Because after all, I bought it yesterday at this price thinking that this and this is going to happen. And so the shares will go from where I bought them at to where I think they can go to. And they'll tell me to sell then. Someone's going to tell me to sell. In the old days, that used to be a guy like me. It used to be your friendly stockbroker working downtown in the same city you were working in. Because wherever you were in Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Miami, Los Angeles, Denver, Spokane, Washington, Calgary, Alberta, Red Deer, Alberta, you worked in small cities. You worked in Charlotte. You worked in Akron, Ohio. You worked in Columbus. You worked in Erie, Pennsylvania, Toledo. You worked in Bakersfield. You had a stockbroker in your town, in your city, that was connected to the rest of the world. And that's the person that you talk to about your investments. Guess how many of you now have stockbrokers in your hometowns that you talk to on a daily basis? On this channel, less than 1%. In the world as a whole, of the entire USA, Canada, I don't know if even 1% of you have your own broker anymore. There might be 0.1% of you that actually have the phone number to somebody, but they haven't probably seen you in person in a year or two because it's all done electronically. Most of you have never had a stockbroker, ever, and you never will, because you will never be invited into that club because you don't manage enough money. It's nothing personal, it's just business. But in the old days, you would talk to me all the time, or I would talk to you all the time if I was worth my salt, because the investment community in those days survived with interpersonal connectivity and interpersonal relationships. We had to get to know each other. I had to understand how you ticked, how you thought, what your risk tolerance was. I had to get to know your familial situation. Marriages on the rocks, expecting a third child. That's a surprise child. Weren't expecting that. One of the children is heavily in medical issues. Mom and dad are getting on, and my client now is taking on mom and dad's portfolio to handle that. They've taken over power of attorney because mom and dad can't handle it anymore. Both are in senior centers, and they're not going to be around much longer. Let's face it. I was the guy. I was the guy getting these calls every day from my clientele. Something has changed. Something has changed. Something has changed. Good news. I got a raise. I got promoted to senior vice president of XYZ Oil and Gas. Good news. The firm I'm with, we just got a takeover offer. We're a private company, and I own 10% of this private company. We're being bought out by company blah, 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 and I'm going to get $500,000. This is 1982 when a house was 85 grand. I'm getting $500,000. I need to talk to you about what to do with it because we're terrified. My wife and I are terrified. We don't lose it. We're not going to Vegas. No, we're not going to do that. Bad news. Just got laid off. 500 of us out of 1,400 people got let go this morning. I'm out of a job. I was just given 4-week severance or 6-week severance or 2 weeks or whatever it is, and I have nothing. I got to reorganize everything. I get it all. I would get it all. You had that person to call. I wasn't your relative. I wasn't Uncle Chester who was going to come down on you with opinions and familial pressures. I was the outside guy you could go to and say, help me. Tell me what do you think? What do you think I should do? What have you heard? Sometimes I was the guy who would say to a client, you got laid off last week, right? Yeah. Well, I just heard something from another client. They're hiring. I just put in a word for you. Talk to this guy. And I'd give him the name of the number of a client of mine. Say, call this guy up and find out what's going on over there. And a couple days later, I just got a job with these guys. I get more money there than I had. This is awesome. You saved my butt. That's what I did because I had to self-preserve my clientele's wealth. I cared about how you had to do on a personal level and how you did professional. I cared because it meant everything to me from my bottom line. And yet I only charged you commission when you trade. When you were trading, I would make money from you. And it was amazing to me and my other salesmen, especially my rookie salesmen, they thought they had a group of clientele that they knew and that they were able to work with. And they would work with their clients and talk to them about stocks and investments and what have you. And then a stock would become very active. And they would get 20, 30 of their clients to buy up a bunch of these shares. And then a month later, they would all want to sell their shares for a fat profit. And of the 20 clients that a salesman would have involved into a deal, would come time to sell the stock, and 10 of his 20 clients wanted the broker to give him a discount on the fees because they didn't think the broker deserved that kind of commission. And I would say to the salesman, have you helped them set up the retirement savings account? Yeah. Have you helped them set up interest accounts for their children? Yeah. Have you given them tax advisement and referred them to tax accountants and tax attorneys for any complicated stuff? Yeah. Have you gone to their office and visited them in person? Yeah. Have you ever taken them out for lunch? Yeah. And what are they quibbling about? Well, the commission is it's going to be $180 to sell this stock. They want me to do it for $60 because a friend of theirs has another broker somewhere else who says I can do it for less money. And I said, so they want to basically have you take a 2/3 pay cut for all the work you've done for them without any, and they're not going to do another trade maybe for a year, but they want to talk to you every week about what's going on. Maybe you don't have a client. Maybe you really don't have a client broker relationship. Maybe you have someone here who's taking advantage of you and is actually giving their business to somebody else. And that's when my brokers would find out, well, yeah, I just found out something. What did you find out? Well, that guy who wanted that discount, his brother-in-law is a broker over at so-and-so. And the guy opened an account with me because I had some hot stock tips that he liked. And he was calling his brother-in-law, telling him all the hot stock tips that I was giving this guy. And that guy called all of his clients and made all kinds of money. And then he would call the brother-in-law to tell me to give him a deal on the commissions. I said, so the client is stabbing you in the back. That's what's going on. And you're not getting any referrals from this guy. He didn't send you any other friends of his from the office, whatever. No, it was a one-way street. Maybe you have to let this guy go. Maybe you have to just sell him out, take care of his thing, work a commission out, and then close the account and tell him to go somewhere else because he's obviously being serviced by his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law has all $100,000 of his money. You have $10,000 of his money. You're the one making him money. His brother-in-law is just sucking everything out of this guy, and all the work you're doing, he's getting indirectly. and you're getting taken for a ride. And this would happen. This is again, it's not personal. It's business, all right? This world has changed. This world doesn't exist anymore. The memories linger. We never forget. But here we are today in a world where you have got to find the information you need to decide what you're going to do with the market and how to play this market, how to handle this market, and how to deal with this market. And you've got to understand what is happening globally to really get it into your mind. What should you do and what should you not be doing right now? Now, you can come here to this channel for free all you want. Just hang out here, lurk and listen and absorb, write down what I say, rewatch this show later at double the speed, whatever you want. And you can take away from this channel everything you can get and run with it. And if you make money with it, great. I'll never know. And you're on your way. And then there are those of you who are members of this channel because you truly do appreciate what it is you get from this YouTuber, and you want to be a part of this channel, and you want to be part of this family right here. You want to interact with others who are doing what you're doing. We're dealing with stock trading, options trading, the writing, and we're dealing with comparing notes of what's going out there. And you want that interconnectivity because you are finding out that if you're a member of this channel and you can talk to these people along with me, the engagement is paying off for you 1,000 times over. For $9.99 a month, you're going 33 cents a day. I'm happy to pay this guy 33 cents a day to be part of this group. This is a no-brainer. There are many of you who are up here now, Gold Bagel members, going, I'm giving this guy 25 bucks a month because I can't get this from any other stockbroker out there. There is no broker I can talk to. The only firm that has ever said to me that they consider opening an account for me, they wanted me to walk through the door with at least $500,000 to manage. And what were they offering me? I could talk to the salesperson, the broker, once a month for half an hour. Maybe once a year, I could talk for an hour, maybe go into the office and sit there and have coffee for an hour. And they're charging me a 2% management fee on the value of my portfolio as a minimum. That is $10,000 a year that they're charging me at 2% management fee, and I get 30 minutes a month with this guy. That's what you're paying. Or you can throw me $300 a year if you want to hire me for $25 a month on this. Do you get it? Are you going to get 25 a month out of me? I don't know. It's up to you. You have to decide whether it's worth it to you or not. I'm not like other YouTubers. I don't have 1 million views a day. I don't have 15 million subscribers. I'm not giving away trips to Hawaii or anything like that. I'm just a guy sitting in front of a computer telling you what I think is going on out there and trying to help you decide what you should or should not be doing. And if that works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, it's okay. No hard feelings. There are tons of other YouTubers out there who want to talk to you or want you to listen to them. And they might or might not try to sell you something. And you can take their courses or not. Totally up to you. It's a free country, free countries. YouTube is an open platform. Go whichever way you want to go. It's all good. But I thank all of you who are here all day, every day. Those of you who are just visiting and catching up, I welcome you with open arms. Great that you're here. And hopefully it's proving more entertaining for you and informative. And I thank all of you for swinging by and hanging out with your buddy Uncle Bruce. We're going to take you on the road. I'm going to grab you guys and invite you to join myself and my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife, Auntie Jen, and I. We're going to head to Europe for a little over 2 months, and you're welcome to come with us as we go to London, Amsterdam, Switzerland, and I'll be broadcasting live from Europe, these same shows. And we'll stay on top of this market no matter where I am. You'll come with me. And hopefully you'll enjoy that part of it too. Later this year, we're looking at Singapore, Bali, Australia, and New Zealand. The New Zealand thing, I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but I'm thinking of an RV, but I'm not sure about the internet thing. So there's all kinds of stuff in my mind there. We'll let you know. We'll figure that out later this year, but that's late this year. But in the meantime, we'll be here out of Calgary for now until mid-May, and then we'll be out of the UK. And join us, and I'll try to give you the world view as I absorb it. outside of this town. Thank you, all of you, for popping in. We are up 122 on the Dow right now. We have 5 minutes to go before we start trading here. S&P's up 37 points, NASDAQ up 218, crude up $4 a barrel. The market that is winning the most is the NASDAQ market. It is up 1.57%, but it got whacked the most yesterday. NASDAQ was down over 2% yesterday. So to be up 1.5%, it's not even recovering the loss of yesterday's down dip. But all right, we'll see how it wants to play out. The S&P is up 0.84%, and the Dow is up about 0.37%. I call that a nothing burger. What I worry about is that this recovery this morning is a dead cat bounce, and I worry about that. A dead cat bounce is, even a dead cat will bounce if you drop it from a high enough perch, but the bounce doesn't come all the way back. It's not a Super Bowl, and eventually it all peters out. And we wonder and we worry in the business. When I used to be a floor trader and a broker and a partner in a brokerage firm, we worried about days like this. We were happy that the opening was better because we would usually have accounts first thing in the morning we had to deal with. And when I mean deal with, as a branch manager, my operations guy would come into my office every morning about an hour before the opening, half an hour before the opening, and he'd say to me, here are the 15 accounts in this house of ours. Out of the 5,000 clients, here are 15 of our clients that are in trouble. These guys are margined up to the hilt. They gambled on all kinds of long shot crap, and they're owing us money more than what their accounts are worth, or they are under margined, and we've warned them that if they don't cough up the cash by last night, and they didn't, we're going to sell them out this morning. Good news, we have a dead cat bounce. Can we get these guys out of here, blow their accounts out the door, and salvage these accounts and not have a debit balance? And if there is a debit balance, who pays? The salesman pays. It's called get to know your client rule. And I'd be on the phone to my floor trader 20 minutes before the opening, and I'd be filling him in and going, I got 15 accounts here. Here's what we're in trouble with. And I'd rattle off the stocks that we need to sell and how many of each one on all these accounts. And it would be inevitable that of the 15 accounts we had to sell out, 13 of the 15 all had the same one stock that they were all promoted into, that they bought at ridiculous prices when the market went up, 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 up. They were the last guys in. The pyramid has fallen, and now they got to get out. And I'm saying to my floor trader, we got to offload 200,000 shares of blah, blah, blah. What are the prospects? And then he would let me in every 5 minutes. He'd call me up and he'd say, here's the situation. Here's the situation. Here's the situation. And I would tell this guy, if we can get this much per share or more, the firm will not have any exposure. If we get anything less than that, every penny below this price that we end up selling this shit for, we lose thousands of dollars. And I will probably have a salesman who will be walking out the door this afternoon, never to return, because he is into us for $50,000 in 1983, which is today $400,000. And either I'm firing this guy or he's walking, because he knows he can't pay us $50,000 to keep his job. He's going to have to walk, and we're going to have to eat that money. And so my floor trader and I would be going back and forth pre-market. What does it look like? What do you know? Where are we at? Is this a dead cat bounce with any oomph to it? Can we get out in the first 20, 30 minutes of this position? Because I've got head office down my throat right now going, what kind of a branch manager are you allowing these kinds of trades to be taking place? It's always the branch manager's fault. That was the kind of fun we were having on a daily basis. Today, it's done by computer. And many of you out there don't see it, hopefully. And I'm praying, I always cross my fingers, that if you're watching me live, you are not playing these ridiculous lottery games, trying to hit the hot stock by borrowing on margin to try to catch deals, because that's what was happening back in January, February, March of last year, when a whole bunch of promoters were trying to infiltrate this channel to get to investors, to get them to gamble on really ridiculous stories. So got to keep our mistakes to a minimum. Welcome to the show. We're getting ready to roll here. Hope we're going to have a good morning today, a good day for all of you. Thank you for joining me, and welcome from around the world to Stock Markets with Bruce, where the old man just rants away, talks about all kinds of stuff, including the old days, which I hope you don't mind hearing about from time to time. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. It looks like we're up 125 points. It looks like we're up and running. Bill is a new member, and I welcome you to the channel, sir. I'm glad to have you here. Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member, thank you so much. I know that this channel has the highest proportion of female viewers of probably any other YouTube financial channel, except maybe one or two that are run by women themselves, and there are very few of those. And I really appreciate it. And it's not uncommon where we will get females joining us, and they will not use their real names. They will use a fake name, which I totally get. There are a number of women here who are using names that are not female names, and we don't know if they're men or male or female. So if I say welcome, sir, or welcome, buddy, or whatever, it's nothing personal. I have no idea if the individual is a male or a female, but I do know, and I have been informed in no uncertain terms that I have a high proportion of female viewers here, and I do appreciate all of you who are here, and hope it's working for you. Bama Babe, how you doing, Bama Babe? Yippee-ki-yay, good idea, she said. Welcome, guys. Let's go. Yippee-ki-yay saying, I'm hoping to get into stocks that are splitting this year, so that is a game in itself. Let's take a look again at these markets. I'm showing a 111 gain on the Dow right now. Bill, again, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you being here. This is great. Male 45, he says, rock and roll. It's all good, but glad you're here. We're up 110 on the Dow. Cyxtera up 4 cents. Following CYXT all the time, former SPAC. Rocket Lab, another former SPAC, up 32 cents this morning. Nice to see that. $8.15 a share. SoFi up 14 cents a share at $7.86. GameStop is down 36 cents a share at the moment at 146.56. We were trading at 148.49 on the pre-market, 148-ish. We'll see if that pops up here. Right now, 146.27. Now the low is 146.18, the high 147.96. Early indications. All right. Breaking headline just coming in saying multiple people shot at Brooklyn subway station, according to the Associated Press. We'll probably hear about that later on. And then other news: Johnson and Sunak to be fined over Downing Street lockdown parties. Reports say. We'll see what happens with that. The GameStop 145.50, 144.50 down 243. Opening market volume on GameStop at the moment 83,000 shares. Very thin trading. Cannot sustain up movement with that kind of thin trading. Still at 810 on Rocket Lab up 27. SoFi at 778 up 6. AMC theaters down 34 cents. Matterport down a quarter right now at 733. Sorry, it's up a quarter. Pardon me, up a quarter, 733. ME up a penny to 334. Spire Global up 2 cents to 191. We got Hycroft Mining down 7 cents. That's related to AMC at the moment. ATIP Physical Therapy looks like it's up 3.5 cents to 183.5 cents there. $1.83. Smart Rent up a nickel at 4.87. Pfizer 53.65 down 28 cents. Continued profit taking after that run up into the 56 level. That was a little too far too quick. We're off a quarter. HPQ is your symbol for Hewlett Packard, the company that Warren Buffett picked off $4+ billion of last week. That stock's 38.68 up 49 cents this morning. That's been added to my favorites list. Robinhood is up 51 cents to 11.86. VanEck, the ETF SMH, up 322 a unit at $244. Home Depot up 264 at 309. IBM is down a penny. Microsoft is up 271 after losing $11 yesterday. We're back to 280, almost 288. Apple 167 up $1.80. We were 180 a share, 178 a share a week ago. We've given up some ground here. Goldman up 202 with earnings expected Thursday. So the stock has slowly been inching up yesterday and today. We'll see just if there's more power coming into it. It was as low as 308 last week for the low of the year. That was the lowest trade in the last 52 weeks. 308. We're now 322, 14 whatever dollar, whatever recovery. See what's going on there. Cisco down 33 cents to 52.55. We're backing off from the 56 level to here, maybe lower. Facebook, $2.16 gain. Amazon is up $29. Tesla's up 25, holding $1,001. Over at Google, we're up $22 to 26.18. Now, Amazon, Tesla, Google are all splitting. They're all splitting their stock. I think it's 20-1 for Amazon and Google. On Tesla, the rumor is maybe 5-1 split. We don't know for sure. Bed Bath Beyond is down 26 cents. BlackBerry's up a dime. Royal Caribbean is up a dime right now to 78.85. Kind of flatlining there. JP Morgan down 50 odd cents. Costco's up $4. Nvidia's up $2.30. American Airlines down 23 cents at the moment to 16.74. And Moderna down 53 cents to 159.47. A lot of talk out there about will stocks be under pressure once we get all the inflation data sorted out and we find out about the interest rate policy of the Fed. Will they go through with half-point increases for the next several months, really accelerate this move up? We're going to find out about that. Today, this morning, at the moment, it doesn't seem to matter. The Dow is up 157 at the moment. It's not a great, big, fat takeoff. It's a dead cat bounce. It's good, but it's not incredible. We're only up 0.49, half a percentage point. We'll take it. We're not giving it back, hopefully, but we might give it back. We're up 0.64 on the S&P. NASDAQ is up 0.98, up 131 points. Looks like NASDAQ is actually already backing off from its quick move up to open the markets. Oil up $4.60 a barrel at 98.92, still staying under 100. We could at any time have a $10 pullback on oil. Right now, what is dominating oil from a couple of angles, the White House is proposing additional ethanol into gasoline for summer months to keep the price low. That means less oil in gasoline being used, more ethanol. That is less oil needed. But that means we have more pollution in the air, and that's against the environmental objectives of mankind. Go figure. But anything for 10 cents a gallon, anything, because midterms are coming up this November, anything. Screw the planet. I want to get reelected. That is the mentality of almost all politicians. Sorry, but that's the truth. Other factors on oil, the Russian buildup in the east of Ukraine. This is the big anticipated merciless push by the Russians expected to come in. They're reorganizing. The satellite photos are confirming everything that the Pentagon believes is going on. They're sharing that info with the Ukrainians. You can bet your sweet bippy, to take a quote from 1968, you can bet your sweet bippy that the Ukrainians know exactly from what direction the Russians are coming from and how. They are realigning their defenses. But you can also be rest assured that the Russians also have satellites in space, and they know what the Ukrainians are doing to defend. And so this is a high-tech war, but it's a ground war. It's a high-tech ground war, and it is brutal, and it is vicious, and it is ugly, and we are only getting 0.1% of what's really going on over there. And the rest, you don't want to know. You just don't want to know. There's a reason when you see reporters coming back from these wars and they get interviewed by people here back home, they don't look good. Their facial expressions seem distant. They have seen horrors that will be with them for the rest of their lives, and they are truly not themselves anymore. It really is a sad story. All right, moving on. There's pressure on oil from one side of the war to the other side and everything in between. We'll see how it all works out. Welcome all. Bill is being welcomed with open arms by everybody. They're happy to see him coming in and join us. John Bickman, of course, is welcoming Bill. Many people have. Thank you, Bill, for joining. Great to have you. Kent is here. Good morning, Kent. We're going to have fun here. Hopefully, we'll see what's going on. I say to all of you, you sell into strength. If you're going to write call options The secret to writing call options is you make your money the minute you sell your call option. It's the hardest transaction of the two you have to make. Being in the option writing business means you write your call first. In other words, you sell it, and now you're a buyer to buy it back. The buying is the easy part. We're experts at buying stuff. We're really good at it. We're terrible sellers. We're terrible. And so strength, like this morning, is exactly the signal you're looking for. You're looking for an uptick in the markets to hit an option. Look at the GameStop, 147.43. It's up 50 cents. Nothing great, but it is up 50 cents. The key here is, will the stock go any higher? If it wants to go to 148, 149, let it do it. Go right ahead. I dare you. I triple dare you to go there. Absolutely. AB, thanks, buddy, for being a member. As always, love that you're here. I'm not sure if this is a rerun or this is a re-sign up or whatever, but I'm glad to see you here. And as always, if you're new, welcome to the party. If you're a returnee, welcome back. If you're just rolling over, thank you for always being loyal to this channel. Thank you all so much. Can't appreciate you now. In any event, keep an eye into selling into strength. Look at GameStop. It's really not leading the market. It's being sucked along with it. Other options, other stocks that you could, entities to write options against. You could take a look at writing contracts against Vanek Vectors, maybe 250s, good for a week or two or three. You can write options on Home Depot. They're up 240 today. You can look at writing maybe 315, 320s for a week or two. IBM is at 126.84. You can look at writing 127s, 128s, 130s, depending on how far out you want to go. Microsoft up 224. You want to look at writing 290s, 291s, 92s if you can. Apple is 167. You want to write 170s if it's possible. Maybe for this Friday, writing 169s might be the way to go. Goldman Sachs 326. How strong are you right here? How's your tummy doing? Can you handle this? You can play this game on Goldman Sachs. If you are holding deep in the money calls, you can write covered calls against those. That's called poor man covered call writing. Writing short-term calls against Goldman, you can write 225s that are in the money. You can write 320s, 330s, 331s, 2, 3, 4, 5s for next week, the week after. Take in premiums. If you're going to write a 330 call option, make it a nice fat premium for a couple of weeks. And if the stock does go up on you, it actually goes up to 335, 340, let it do that. It means that the deep in the money call you have is higher. You're happy with that. This call you've written for a premium over and above book value or pure premium only will trade at its book value eventually. And you may find that you're making money anyway by writing a 330 for say $10 for a month out. I'm not sure what you can get for it. I'm just guessing. You can get a fat premium for a Goldman Sachs out of the money call. The stock has to go up $15 a share before you only break even on that trade at the end of it. In the meantime, you gained $15 on your in the money call. That's $1,500 per call. So always look at doing rollovers if you must. It's okay. Goldman wants to go up a little bit. You'll roll into 340s. You'll buy back your 330s. You'll write 340s. If you goes to 335, 340, you'll buy back those 330s, and you'll now write 350s. And if you have to write out for 2 months, 3 months, so be it. Let it run and take the money. But if it doesn't do the run, if it stays flat or slightly rises, you score on the premium. Thank you very much, and get ready to keep writing. There you go. Bill, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. What else is going on here? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hewlett Packard is a buy now. I've seen they got some impressive computers these days. What else is going on besides Warren Buffett? Hewlett Packard is buying back a bunch of their stock. Hewlett Packard has a fat dividend. Hewlett Packard's numbers are expected to rise. Buffett's in for the long haul. I like this deal. If you buy $25 in the money calls for next year, you could probably pull out of that contract. You'd probably net out 10% premiums by running short-term calls against it every month. And I think 10% a month on a conservative stock like Hewlett, boy, can you sleep comfortably at night making that kind of money. I see nothing wrong with that at all. John Anderson, good morning, everybody. we're looking at the markets again. Let's take a peek. Where are we at now? The Dow is up 288. We got Cyxtera up 18 cents. Rocket Lab up 35 to 818. Nice to see that. SoFi is still down 4 cents at the moment at 768. This is near the low of the day. We opened at 792. We hit 763. We're at 764 on 6.3. The SoFi is an absolute steal. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But you've got to be prepared to hang on for a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years. But you'll be rewarded. The longer you wait, the bigger the reward. And option revenue will come our way as these shares go higher. GameStop, 144.37. We're down 250 again. We were only up 50 odd cents. I think the high today on GameStop, let me take a look at this. The high trade, 148.22 or 144.24 right now. Giving up some ground here. AMC, 18 bucks. It's now down 72 cents. It opened at 1901. It looked so great. Right up to 1901, and then crapped out 17.98, down 74 cents on 6 million. Not looking good at the moment on AMC. Remember, this stock touched $34 a share early last week, the week before. It just touched $34 for like that long, and here we are now down about almost half. In 10 trading days. It's unbelievable how far this is backed off, and it's still under pressure. Matterport, 724, up 16 cents. ME, up 2 pennies. Spire, up 2 pennies. ATIP, up a penny. Smart Rent, up 8 cents. Pfizer, down 40 to 53.53. And Hewlett-Packard, I'll get it up, 39.10, up 91 cents. Very strong. I'm not surprised to see it here. It hit 41 on Friday after the news broke about Buffett getting in. I'm just hoping that if you guys are patient buyers and you bide your time, if these markets can hold these gains, fine. But if they can't, if later today these markets give this gain back, you may find that you can get this Hewlett-Packard stock in the 38s or 37s. And I'm saying to you out there, if you can steal this stuff way down in the 30s, low 38s, 37 range, and not have to pay 40 for it, I'm just saying you make your money when you buy. Buy it cheap, get ready to write options. If the stock wants to go higher, so be it. It'll go higher. You can always grab it at 40 bucks a share and write $42 options against it. Dare the market to keep coming that direction. Do not expect Hewlett-Packard to double this year. This is not a meme stock. This is not a $5, $10 a day mover from a $40 position. That is not what this is. But if you're looking to put some dough into it and you want to make some income, if you can make $1 a contract per month, $1.40 a contract on a $14 cost option, you can make some really nice money here. And those of you who buy 10 calls for $1,400 a piece, and you can now bring in $1,400 a month, that helps towards bills. And those of you who buy 30 of these, you'll make $4,200 a month. Think about it that way. There are folks out there who ask me all the time, Bruce, I want to be self-employed. I don't want to go back to my day job. I would like to replace my day job salary with market income. I have money. I have assets. I have mutual funds that are dead in the water. I got ETFs that don't do anything. I'm told making 3% a year is great by my, so-called money manager or whoever these bankers are. I'm not happy with 3%. Inflation's 8.5%. What do you recommend? And I want to be on my own. And, well, here's Hewlett-Packard right here. I mean, picking off less than $50,000 of Hewlett-Packard deep in the money contracts, you're bringing in $4,000 plus a month in revenue. That should go a long ways. You can do the same thing with Apple. You can do the same with Microsoft. You can do this at Goldman Sachs. You buy deep in the money calls, write contracts ahead of the market, out of the money contracts that depreciate in the last 3-4 weeks of their lifetime, and be self-employed with maybe less than $100,000 in the market. Can be done. You don't need $1 million to retire or say goodbye to your day job. You don't. It really is doable. Check the classes out and see it for yourself. All righty. What else is going on here? More details, and folks are talking. What is happening? GameStop is going under 140 today, says Rob. By the end of the day, he's thinking it's over. 145.98 is where it's at, down 95 cents. Yep. AMC was a 100% pump and dump this morning. AMC down 71 right now to 1801. It's not doing well. Let's see. So you're saying that the play to buy $25 call for HPQ for January, and it just you just sell call slightly out of the money each month. It has weeklies for a few months and then more sparse. Yeah, I was thinking, AB, that if you pick off the 25s for January and you take a look at writing something like, I wrote this down the other day. Where was this? If you're writing like, say, $40, what was it? I was looking even at, there we go. Don't mind me here as I'm trying to figure out what I'm talking about here. I wrote some notes down. The stock was straight. I saw the stock at the end of the week last week at 38.70. And then I was looking at writing, even looking to write a $45 call for January 23. I was actually thinking about that. And then I was looking at closer in like May contracts. I was thinking like the third Friday of May, maybe writing at that time 40, 41s, 42s, something like that. D. Kunkel, thank you for the donation on PayPal. Just kicked in. Thank you. Looking at 41s for like the third Friday in May, because the third Friday of each month is the most active series of contracts. You're looking for the largest open interest, close bid and ask spreads. Always take a look at that to see what's going on. That might be an area where you want to take a look at possibly enjoying a little trade on Hewlett Packard. Again, to write contracts, let them depreciate for the next 2 to 3 weeks. You're not going to write it out till the end of the contract's life. You're going to probably hold this contract for 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, and then buy them back at a much lower price if they depreciate like they should. And then you'll rewrite June contracts, third Friday of every June, third Friday of the June series, and again, look for a $150, $175, $2 pricing, depending on the contract. It all depends which one you're going to write and how long you're going to go. And again, you're holding for, 1 to 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks to see the shrinkage, and then just buy them back and say, thank you very much. May I have another? See what's going on. Now, Scully is saying GameStop confirmed yesterday that Friday, April the 8th was the cutoff for new shareholders to get a vote on, I guess, the annual meeting or whatever it is. I still don't have official dates. And won't these monthlies out in time become weeklies when the time gets closer? Of course they will. You can buy them back anytime you want. You can write new contracts anytime you want. You write whatever series you want. If you want to write Hewlett Packard calls at $40, 50 cents out of the money right now, be my guest. You want to write them for this Friday, next Friday, the Friday after. How much time have you got to dedicate to them? How closely do you want to watch them? Do you want to do short-term trades? Are you happy making 25 cents in a week on a premium depreciation? Well, that's great, because if you can do that every week for a month, it's $1 a month on your contract. You can bring out 35 cents every week on, depending on which contract you write, then that's $1.40 a month, and there's your 10% return on theoretically a $14 contract. I don't know what the 25s are trading for right now. They are in the money, $14.50 right now. So are they trading at 15-ish? That wouldn't surprise me. So keep an eye on the cost of the contract. Go way out to next January and write short-term calls and bring in some premiums. It's doable and it's available. The stock gives you a $1 pullback. Guess what? You're going to buy those calls you wrote for virtually nothing. And thank you very much. May I have another? You'll take a look at writing new calls to keep on writing and keep on writing. Absolutely. All right. What else is going on here? Scully is saying that SoFi today announced plans to host a conference call to discuss financial and operating results for the first quarter of 2022 on Tuesday, May 10, 5 p.m. That will be at the end of the quarter. Wow, what timing, says Wavy Gravy. I'm here. I just came back, sat down with my coffee, and your comment popped up that was, where's Wavy Gravy? I'm here, man. What's up, Wavy? Did you ever rewrite yesterday or this morning? Laugh out loud, you're here. Good morning. Not yet, still waiting on my sniper's nest. I'm sitting here in my sniper's nest, like Bruce says. I'm a writer, which means I'm a sniper. And I am in my little nest waiting for the opportunity to write a call to cash in and take in some cash, because you make your money when you sell. You have to be a very patient writer, a very patient seller. You don't rush it, and you wait for the moment to strike, to take the best premium you can to maximize your potential gain. That is the secret to this business. The buying back part is easy, especially with stink bids. The market now is up 326 for the Dow, S&P up 53, NASDAQ up 246. The NASDAQ's up 1.8%, S&P up 1.2%, the Dow's up 0.93%. So the Dow up 319 is only half of what NASDAQ is doing. And this is exactly what happened yesterday when NASDAQ dropped. The Dow was only dropping by half. And so we are lagging behind the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ market is the leader of the momentum right now. That's what we're watching for. All right. GameStop 147.88, up 96 cents. We're jumping around between 144, 148. You tell me what it's going to do. It is all over the map right now. 148.12 as we're seeing it as a high of 148.50, the low 144.04. That is the story. Excuse me. We got the stocks opening higher as the CPI report boosts hope of an ebbing inflationary pressures. Well, we hope that this will be a good thing. Oil pricing doesn't hurt from 120 a barrel to 95, 98 a barrel. That doesn't hurt inflation. That's a good thing to fight inflation. But I have a suspicion that with these proposed interest rate hikes that are already the talk of the market, a number of corporate entities out there are double thinking whether they're going to raise their prices as much as they thought they were. And maybe that's already having an effect. Just the overall threat of higher rates has already calmed things down. Great. I'm happy to see it. One of the rumors going around why oil is up today is because the story is that if Shanghai loosens their restrictions, the restrictions on their lockdown, which has been a complete disaster so far, that oil usage will go higher in China because there are about 198 to 200 million people on lockdown across China right now. We're only hearing about the Shanghai story, and it is a nightmare. But if more and more Chinese are going to be allowed to, mill about, back to work, energy usage will go higher. That is a forecast for higher oil prices. Again, this is a commodity, oil, that also trades on what we think is happening 6 months from now, not this second. Although second to second news developments will affect oil immediately, but it also trades on its future prospects. And so in the next 6 months, will China be over the pandemic? Will it have kind of run its course? That would be good for oil. Perhaps, perhaps not. There you go. There you go. Scott Brewer. Bruce, thanks for helping out here. There is so much information out there. It takes time and training to figure it out. This is easier than it seems and harder than it looks. Love you, dude. Thanks to you guys for these kind words. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Rob, I wrote another 145 on GameStop for next week, and I took in $9.45 on a 145 GameStop contract at the moment. That contract is worth right now in real value $3.39 at most. He sold it for $9.45. Now the difference between the $3 value and the $9.45 price he got, time. That's the only reason it has a $6 premium is time. Next week, Friday. Now, this week, contracts expire on Thursday because it's a short week. We're closed on Easter Friday this week. So we're going to see the markets go dead quiet Thursday night. The contract he wrote will die next week, Friday. So it really only has 5 days of trading next week, and it has Wednesday and Thursday this week left after today. And that $6 in premium will evaporate if the shares do not go higher. This contract will drop in price. Now, at the moment, $148.50. The contract is worth theoretically $350 or $350 a contract. He received $945 in his account. It's sitting there, cash, and now he is looking to buy that call back maybe sometime today, tomorrow, at a lower price than $9.45. And that's the game, writing contracts, knowing that they expire. This one dies next week, Friday. If the stock is 148.50, his contract will be worth $350. He can buy it back for $350, $355. Keep the change. Thank you very much. Not a bad little trade. $600 profit by next week, Friday. For one contract, not a bad deal. Rob was a bit early, but it'll still pay. They're going for like $10 right now, he says. SoFi schedules conference call to discuss first quarter 2022 on May 10. Everyone's beginning to notice this. Let's see what's going on. A negative article came out on SoFi. I posted on Uncle Bruce's Facebook page. Not that bad. Just saying because of postponement of student loan paybacks, their financials not going to look that great. Again, these uninformed analysts, they think that the only thing SoFi has going for them are student loans. They are oblivious and will not pay attention to the fact that the company has 12 different products, at least, that they offer investors, and that they are adding to their customer base. What is it, 400,000 customers a month? I mean, they're just climbing by millions a year. And these analysts think that it's all about a student loan moratorium. They just are not paying attention to the big picture. But look, if you can write a headline that that scares people into reading your article about, the demise of SoFi, you're getting eyeballs. And if you're getting eyeballs, all the ads that are all around that article that you see flashing at you is what this guy or girl's being paid for. They're paid to get views and reads. And sometimes you put a stupid headline out there and get the attention. That's newspaper selling 101 from the 1900s. I don't know if you remember the Titanic sinking. Titanic. I mean, the newspapers did great whenever there was a scandal. I mean, on and on it goes. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, Wavy Gravy. I'm trying to sell that contract for $11.35 on a stink offer. It's not a stink bid. It's a stink offer. He's looking to get the same contract sold. He may or may not get it. Depends if the stock can go up for him. People have been buying this bounce, handing out free lifeboats. All these no earnings, 100 times sales companies are up on news of inflation. Rob, Wavy, maybe today's high was 10.45 on that contract. So it might need to run over 149 for you to get that price. We're at 148.39 on the GameStop at the moment. Another dollar from here higher, and then Wavy Gravy will probably get filled on that sale. I thought it was just about to happen, but we're slowing down. He's saying it's on its way. It's on its way to mine. 11.35 right now. Come on, get me, baby. He's saying it looks like we might push 148. Go, baby. Vash, no dates. GameStop will give. No signal. Only people who worry about that is anyone short. The shorts, boy, do they want info, and they wanted it last week. Rob, 11:30. Ask right now. Let's go on that contract. What is happening? Ask Wavy Gravy. GameStop 148.14 up 121. AB, if GameStop splits by a factor of 5, for example, it's going to be in the $30 range after the split. Did the shorties ever cover their shorts? If not, does that put them in a worse position? Could it rocket to 100, 150 at that point? No, it won't do that. We'll be lucky if it goes to 40, 45, because that would indicate a $200 to $225 market value based on pre-split numbers. And I'm not so sure if that's going to happen. Look, if you're short 1,000 shares now, you're short 5,000 shares later. That's all there is to it. The stock's going to trade 5 times as many shares a day because there's 5 times as many shares in existence now. And so the shorters have more liquidity to pick from. And yeah, the stock can go up. Sure it can. But will it go to 100 a share? I don't think so. Don't think so. Wavy Gravy, I'm so close. There you go, Wavy. You're so close. You're right there. Beach Boy. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I like that yesterday's bid so much. I entered it again. $3.55 to buy back 13 GameStop, April 29, 160s. And why not? They're out of the money. $10 at least, 149.52 on the stock. Sit back and let's see what's going on. Wavy Gravy, I have sold the contract at 11.35. I am there, and now I want to go down to $8. Rob, okay, now back to 140. Let's go. Let's get that stock down now. Wow, and it's still popping. Rob, only 300,000 volume in half an hour. I don't know if this is going to last. Wavy, Rob, the boys are on the bus. GameStop, take us down to Funky Town, baby. Let's go. We wrote our contracts, and let's have a lower price, and let's buy them back. Lame duck. In the late 70s, I went to school for diesel mechanic because everything was going to diesel. Diesel was cheaper. A hospital was going to use diesel for AC units. Now look at the diesel higher price. Interesting, isn't it? This ethanol deal is going to be a very bad thing if the U.S. gets a sizable drought. Corn is going to be short because of fertilizer needs. We need a nice green day at SoFi. Well overdue. We're at 805 on SoFi. We're up 33 cents right now. We're up 47 on Rocket Lab. We're up 240 on the Dow. We're up 33 on Sextera. We got GameStop at 150.08, but AMC still down 40 cents. Matterport up 49 to 758. ME up 15 and a half cents to 348. Spire up a nickel, 194. We got ATIP up 4 cents to 184. SmartRun up 26 cents to 508. Pfizer down 94 cents to $53. Pfizer still getting hit. Hewlett Packard, HBQ 3906 up 88 cents. There you have it. The Dow is higher, and a bunch of the stocks we're following, they're higher too. GameStop now 151.81. Those calls are still appreciating in value. So anybody wants to write 150s, they're now in the money. Anybody wants to write 145s, 150s, 155s for this Friday. Keep an eye. The higher it goes, the better an opportunity to sell into strength. We're only up $4.95 a share. We're not up like $14.95. And the volume on GameStop this morning, even at 151.88 now, it's only 438,000 traded. That is not a strong indication of strength at all. That's just a move, and I'm not sure if that can last. Kiwi, I'm number 197, Bruce, on the thumbs up meter you got going. Thank you so much, Kiwi, for helping out with these thumbs ups. Any of you out there who can give us a thumbs ups, please do so. Get us over 200 right away. Let's go for 250, 300, and let the world know we're here. This is where you want to be if you want to know what's going on in plain English. At least I hope it is. Okay, the market is on oil up 531 now, 99.60. The Dow is up now 232. It was as high today as 34,670. We've given up 130 points on the high run for the Dow. 130 points have come off. So we're still up 220, but we're not up 350 anymore. So we'll watch this. Again, a dead cat bounce can be 100 or 200 points. It can be 400 or 500 points. It can be a gain for only a couple of hours, and then there's deterioration. We're only 37 minutes into trading, kids. We have not established a serious power move today at all. This is not serious. Let's see what's going on. John is saying, don't hold your breath. SoFi generally can't hold $8. It's 804. It's up 33 cents. The high today, 809. The volume right at the moment, 14.1 million on SoFi. The low was 762, and the low of all time yesterday, 756. So we are almost 50 cents higher than the low of all time, but we're not out of the woods yet. But we are at 804. Rocket Lab 8.25 up 42. GameStop 151.45. The high trade today on GameStop has been 152.18. AMC still down 28 cents to 18.44, trying to come back. Matterport at 7.54 up 46 cents, now up 47. ME up 14 and a half cents to 347 and a half. Spire's up 6 to 195. ATIP up 4.5 to 184 and a half. Smart Rent, it's up 25 cents to 507. Pfizer down $1 at 52.92, actually down 101. 52.92 on Pfizer, still falling back. Hewlett Packard 38.95, under 39, up 76 cents on the morning. There's your early count, about 39 minutes into the deal. Justin, Uncle Bruce, I'm a truck driver in the U.S. Even though I'm seeing artificial fuel price drops, seeing the demand for freight declining, and I think over the next year and a half, it's going to get worse. Interesting. John, don't get me wrong. I would love to see SoFi rip. I hear you there, buddy. AB, ATIP, Inspire still a steal? It wouldn't take much for either to hit 1020 in the next year. Question. What do you think? ATIP, Inspire are absolute bargains. These companies are growing. They're building clientele. ATIP, physical therapy needs of Americans, oh my God, they're through the roof. Spire, SPIR, my God, these guys are going to be so busy. They're adding clients left and right. They've revised their financials higher for 2022 again. The stock's ridiculous at 194. Absolute joke. Just an absolute joke. The all-time low, 162. I think you're getting it near the low. Yeah, I'd say it's a safe bet. ATIP all-time low, 158, trading at 184. Kind of like around the low of all time. Yeah, I'd be a buyer of these for long-term holds. Yes. Wavy, Rob, this might be the quickest I've rolled a contract. I'm closely watching this. GameStop, 151.49 at the moment. The high of the day, 152. Looks like it was 52.18. Yeah, 152.18 was the high of the day. GameStop volume now 505,000. Don't know if it can hold this. We'll watch and see. AB at these prices, even if you only hit $5 in the next few months. Spire and ATIP at 5. Would people be happy around here? Oh my God, most of my viewers would be actually up money because they've averaged down so nicely. It would be a huge move. John, okay, so that comment didn't age well. SoFi holding above 8. It's only 30-something minutes into the market, John. Let's see what happens in 2 or 3 hours, okay? It's a long day. Okay, Rob, wavy gravy. We'll see. We still have until next week. There is no need to do a rollover here. No, I agree with that. Rob, wavy gravy. If you do roll, be careful to do it quick. This price can drop $2 to $3 in a second. You do not want to buy back your call and miss the sell of the other call. You don't want to be doing that because this stock can drop to 148 like that. And next thing you know, you're up on your trade. You don't need to buy them back. So wavy, yeah, missed the opportunity already, but like you said, might be worth more for a wait. We just popped higher than I thought, but low volume persists. Rob, for sure, popped higher than I thought too, but that's okay. That's why I wrote 2 weeks instead of the same week. Where is credit average? We need more people on this bus. Rob, wavy, keep in mind you sold at 145 for 11.5, so your break even is 156.50 for next Friday. Doing well. We're at 152. 14 right now, pardon me, 152.14, trying to hit a new high at the moment. 152.25 is the high of the day so far. Free thinker, so you're good at timing the market. Did Buffett train you? But wavy, true, good padding past the 155 price. You seem to be safe too. And that's the deal right here of these shares. Yeah, they can have a little pop, sure. I mean, the market's having a little dead cat bounce, although it's losing some steam right now. But GameStop dropping $10 in 15 minutes, not a big deal. From 152 to 142 in 10 minutes, like that. These contracts from $11, $12 range to $6, $7, like that, anytime. Nazareth, you know, I was just about to write that 145 for 11. Glad I didn't write that yet. Let's see how this goes. Don't wait too long, my friend. Whether you want to write 145s or 150s, you may want to write the 150. Don't write at 11. Maybe write the 150 at a little lower price and play that game. Up to you. That's 151.76. We topped out again at 152.25. It would appear, but it will do this. There's no doubt about it. Wavy gravy. Nazareth, this bus has booze. Are you sure? AB, if I wanted to get my feet wet on a poor man covered call in a relatively short time frame, would HPQ be a good choice? And if so, what dates and strikes relatively short time feel free for? I'd buy the $25 January 23 call, and I would write a May covered call, maybe a 40 or a 41 May call, third Friday into that month. That's the one I'd start with right there. Rob, in Nazareth, it's going for like 13, 14 now. Rob, come on, do it. Bobby, it's nice to see the double-digit greens, but can it please hold the gains, baby Jesus? Please hold those gains. 8-pound, 13-ounce. What was the actual weight of that baby on Talladega Nights? What was the perfect weight of that perfect baby? What was it? 8 pounds, 6 ounces, or 8 pounds, 14 ounces? Does anybody remember? I always forget. Yeah, GameStop's topping out. Looks like 152 sell wall, says Nazareth. Credit savage. Good morning, simpletons. Everybody happy with the dead cat bounce today? I hope so. Got to let the stocks breathe a bit. I hope our stocks have a 10% or so I can write some covered calls. GameStop is trying to be so cute right now. Wavy gravy, Nazareth. We'll see what happens. 151.18 on GameStop. A little pullback from that 152 high, 152.25, but we're still kind of hanging around the range. We'll see how that plays. The Dow is up 258, S&P up 49, and NASDAQ up 256. And that is what we have going on there. Still waiting on this New York subway station announcement. There was a shooting. 5 people were shot this morning on the New York subway, at a New York subway station. We do not know the condition of the people. Hopefully everyone is going to be all right. Let's see what's going on. 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Was it 6 pounds, 7 ounces? Baby Jesus? Was it 6, 7? Anybody know for sure? Is that true? I thought it was 8 pounds something. I don't know. It was just me. Free thinker, calling all upward movement a dead cat bounce takes the meaning away from the phrase. What can I say? Golden laced diaper. Oh yes, Sweet Baby on Talladega Nights. Oh, what a movie! Shake and bake, baby, shake and bake. 151.53 on GameStop right now. We're jumping between that and 152 range. 151.94, 151.57. The quotes are all over the place. You're right, Uncle Bruce. 8 pounds, 6 ounces. 8 pounds, 6 ounce, baby Jesus. Oh my. We were just talking about Talladega Nights. What was the baby's weight? The perfect baby Jesus's weight. She didn't hear what we just said.
It was like 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Or
close.
8 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yeah, 8 pounds, 6 ounces.
Oh, there you go. 8 pounds, 6
Sweet
ounces.
baby Jesus, 8 pounds, 6 ounces. Thank you, Lord, for the KFC and the Taco Bell.
And poor old Grandpa at the table with those.
Grandpa wants to eat and he keeps slapping his hand. Wait till we're finished prayers. I have no cola. I forgot to give myself cola. I'm dying.
Your coffee's looking a little scummy there.
That's the second one. What can I say? Not a single hair on his head, says free thinker Mick Jones. Don't you put that on Elizabeth Bobby Atkinson saying, don't you put that on us. You are not paralyzed, Ricky Bobby. Dear 8 pounds, 6 ounces, newborn infant Jesus, don't even know a word yet. Well, sweet baby Jesus, that's right. Willie Moncree, what's this? Monktard McGee has become a YouTube member. WM is here. WMM has joined us as a new member. Thank you. Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here.
Have you looked outside?
No. Why? Why would I do that?
Go look.
Ah! You got to see this. Hang on. You got to see this. Oh, my word. Hang on, kids.
Going for a ride.
Can you see that? I don't know if he's there. You go. That's our little world. We were 70 degrees on Thursday, Friday last week. 70. We got snow here. Oh my God! See that banister there? It's like a 1/2 inch, 1 inch snow on top of the banister next door here.
They're saying with the wind, it feels like -18.
I think we're going to Europe. That's all there is to it. We got to get out of here. We got to go to Europe, Jen. We can't stay here with these kinds of conditions. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. 8 pounds, 6 ounce. Baby Jesus would never tolerate anything like this. Not a hair on his head.
Yeah, I blame this on those people driving in from Saskatchewan today.
Really? Why are they driving in from Saskatchewan?
Well, they're bringing the bad weather because they're saying that southern Manitoba, which means northern North Dakota, is North Dakota under
Minnesota, North Dakota.
Is in for the blizzard of decades.
Really? Is that what they're saying?
It's starting today, and they're saying Thursday they're just going to get walloped.
Ooh, right now it's 12 degrees Fahrenheit where we are. Yikes. Tomorrow, 25 for the high. Thursday, 28. That's here, Calgary. Oh, my.
So you people in North Dakota and what did you say?
No.
Michigan? Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Minnesota.
Yikes. Medicine Hat, that's southeastern Alberta. That's 18 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We don't want
They're always
this.
warmer than us.
Well, they're warmer than us, but they're getting whacked too.
Oh, yeah, they get the wind.
Oh, my goodness. What the hell is going on?
Medicine Hat is close to Cypress Hills. And for those who don't know Cypress Hills Provincial Park, it is the highest elevation west of the Rockies.
For what?
Elevation.
West of the Rockies.
Yes. So it's like a couple of mountains that got lost.
Really?
Yeah, Cypress Hills.
What you learn?
It's a provincial park that's managed by, I think, both provinces.
Even
because it goes across.
Even the Appalachians in eastern Canada and those mountains in Quebec.
Cypress Hills are tall. There you go.
What,
and if you want to camp, it's a lovely camping area. Elkwater and around there. It's lovely.
If you're into that kind of thing.
If you're into that kind of thing.
If you're into it.
Oh, and they have that flock of white pelicans that I think we saw when we were down in California because they migrate down the western coast. So I'm looking at them thinking, George, is that you?
Well, why wouldn't they come down? Look at what this is.
They really are a snowbird. They're
April
white.
12th, and you want to be here for that? No, you migrate south. Okay. Yeah. The only mistake we made is we came back too soon, but.
Okay.
We won't be making that mistake later this year.
Except in November it can get real cold.
We do know that. we do know that. Yes.
Real cold.
Halloween can still be 30 below.
Oh yeah.
Around here, and we've gone trick or treating with the kid in that temperature.
Yes.
That's true.
I remember.
Oh my God.
Minus 45.
Yeah.
So cold.
Not
cold.
fun.
You're gonna literally.
Those little mini O. Henry chocolate bars are ice cubes. You can't.
Yeah.
You got to leave it in your mouth like a lollipop and let it melt for an hour. Unbelievable.
So you would like some cola?
Please.
Do you want food or have you had a muffin?
I had a muffin, so I'm okay for now. But
okay.
I could sure use some cola. I forgot to pour myself some. The show started, and I had to get going.
There you go.
And I've been just dying of dehydration ever since.
Oh, baby.
And you're just sitting there looking at me. Feel the pity. Feel the love.
All right. Let me pinch your skin, see how you're doing. Oh, no, you're not dehydrated. You're fine.
Real life
I'll be ready.
here with Uncle Bruce. Let me tell you that right now. Real English, real life, plain English and real life. Oh my gosh. I'm all hyped up on Mountain Dew, says Wavy Gravy. Fine, we'll call it a Mortius feline hop then, says Credit Savage. Free thinker, I'm going to come at you like a spider monkey chip. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew, says Bill. Welcome, Wooly. Wooly, I'll put it off for. I put it off for so long. I got to join in on this. Alabama, welcome, Wooly Bully. Welcome, Wooly from Bill. Mark, welcome, Wooly. Me too, Bill says. John Anderson, hello, Jan, Bobby. Uncle Bruce, they're calling for 80 centimeters in Manitoba today. Oh no. Pick nose. Who put that snow there? Olivia's laughing out loud. Scott, Bruce, are you live from January? Free thinker, I like to picture my Jesus in a tuxedo t-shirt because I want to be respectful, but I come to party. I like to party, so I like my Jesus to party too. Any opinion on HD Uncle Bruce? Are you asking me about Home Depot or HD television? I think you're asking me about Home Depot. I am wondering about Home Depot, how they're going to do with regard to supply chain issues. But I'm also not so concerned about Home Depot because they are such geniuses at stocking their stores, and they're always on top of the supply chain nightmares. These folks generally don't get caught by surprise. They're pretty well on top of things with their worldwide contacts and their ability to bring product in from around the world at a moment's notice. So, I like the style. I like management of that company a lot. And so the shares being off as much as they are, make him a good buy.
Oh, baby, I was going to bring it as an intravenous, but I thought you'd be okay.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
You have a wonderful morning.
You too.
Cheers, everybody. Ah, yes. That brown fuzzy water, caffeine-free Diet Coke. The drink of champions at 8:24 in the morning in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Bama, no thank you. No snow for me. And Alabama, says Bama, babe. Bill, I butchered it. It's totally all jacked up. Dave, Third winner here in Alberta, no surprise. Nicholas, look at those green screen effects. Incredible production quality. Look at that. Bruce Woolley says, Bruce, I've heard you talk about stink bids. What about stink asks for selling covered calls? Looking to write one on my GameStop. Stink offers. That's what those are. Stink offers. Exactly. A stink bid is where you put in a price to buy something, it doesn't matter what it is, at a really cheap price that you think is below where we're at right now. And your attitude is, I'm prepared to buy this item at this price. You want to come down here and give it to me? I'll take it. I got cash. Otherwise, I'm not buying. And sometimes that strategy works beautifully. Sometimes it doesn't. Stink offer is exactly the opposite. You're selling something, and you see the market at, say, on an option 10 to 10.25, and you're putting an offer in at 10.95. There's a bunch of sellers at 11. There's a ton of them. That's a nice round number. You're putting in an offer at 10.95. You're cutting in line and saying, take me out here at 10.95. It's higher than the market price. So if the stock has a little run, that contract will go up there. Take me out up there. I'm happy to sell it. And then you can go get the 11 guys. There might be 50 sellers at 11, though. I'm the only one at 10.95, or one of only one or two down here. We get taken out first. That's the beauty of being a seller, a stink offerer, and then a stink buyer to buy that call back. You might put in a buy order at 7.05, knowing at $7, all kinds of buyers at 7, but the contract's trading at 10 to 11 right now. You see the stock back off a few dollars. You're at 7.05 bid, and you just put your bid order in there, stink bid, and leave it there for the day. And you never know. Sometimes stocks drop $4 or $5 in a swing and then pop back up. During that down dip, you get hit. You get your 7.05 fill. And there might be one or two trades behind you at 7, but not everybody at 7 got filled because the stock went back up again. And that contract went back to $859. You bought back at 7.05. You sold at 10.95. Stink offer, stink bid. Thank you very much. And the market is back to 8, 9, $9.50. And everyone's going, what happened? What happened? No one made money but you, because you did stink offers and stink bids. I love this game. Curtis Savage, good God almighty. Is that bleeping snow? It's almost May. What the face? Mrs. Curtis Savage doesn't like the cold. She'd divorce me quick if I ever told her we're moving to a place where it snows 9 months. Bobby also asked more. Woolly stink goes both ways. Gotcha, booby. Bobby, woolly farts go whichever way the wind blows. Hi, Jen from Bill. Freethinker, feel the bagel in your tummy. We all got to deal with it. There you go. The Dow up 211. It was up 350. 6 shares up 38 cents to 1303. Rocket Lab up 39 to 822. SoFi under 8 at 796, up 24 cents. GameStop 151.59. The high trade for GameStop today looks like 152.25, and so that's about 70 odd cents from here. But it seems to be hanging around 151.59 at the moment. We'll see if this pops or not. Other than that, we have AMC down 64 again, down to 1808. It had a little recovery, but it couldn't hold it. That AMC got back to about 1847, now back to 1808, down 64 cents on 14 million. So AMC under pressure again. Matterport 738 up 30 cents. ME up 11 to 344. Spire up a penny. ATIP down 2 pennies. Smart Rent up 18 cents. Pfizer down $1.17 to 52.76. It is giving up ground. Hewlett Packard up 39 cents to 38.54. So that's coming back down again where we want it. Around that 37.38 level might be the price to pay for that one if you can get it that low. Nazareth, okay, got my 145 GameStop written for next week, 12.76. Now we're talking. Oh my gosh, that's a good premium. Contract that is right now worth $6.65. He just sold it for $12.76. That is $6 premium for next week Friday. That $6 premium number, it was exactly the same for Wavy Gravy. And was probably identical for Rob, that this $6 premium is on this contract no matter what the stock does. Stock goes up $3 a share, there'll still be a $6 premium over top of that book value. Stock drops $4 or $5 a share, that contract will drop $4 or $5 a share, but meaning the book value will shrink, but that $6 premium is still there until later today and tomorrow when we lose another day of time. And tomorrow, The premium on that contract might only be $5.25 instead of $6 premium. The day after tomorrow, Thursday, we might be down to a $4 premium on that contract. So even if the shares are trading at $150 a share on Thursday, they're worth $5 book, but they might only have a $4 premium on them. They'll be trading at $9 with the stock at 150. If the stock is 145 on Thursday this week, the last trading day of this week, with a week to go, those contracts are only they're at money. They have no book value. They might be trading at between $4 and $5 each. And Nazareth just wrote his for $1,276. So the most Nazareth can make is $1,276. That's the most he can make on this deal because he sold them at $1,276. They go to zero, he keeps it all. But if Nazareth is being given an opportunity, even this afternoon, even in the next 20 minutes, shares right now 150.97. They want to go down to 146 in the next hour. Nazareth might be compelled to go, you know what? They're trading at like $6, $7. I sold for $1,276. If I can buy at $6.76, there's a $600 bill for an hour and a half of my time. You know what? I don't get paid that kind of money at work. I think I'm going to take the $600. Thank you very much. We'll see. It's all up to the buyer. Nazareth is now a buyer. Wavy Gravy's a buyer. And Rob, they're all buyers. They're all watching this stock at 150.68 right now, backing off from 152.25, going, go down, go down. Let's see what happens. Good morning, Jen from Duncan. Good morning. Good morning. I was enjoying my time with my granddaughter today. Free thinker. Nice going. Uncle Bruce's Daily Rum and Coke here. Duncan. Good morning, Mick Jones. I'm even going out with my coffee. Wavy, that's a buy now. So Rob and I will gladly move to the back for you with that VIP premium. Let's see. Running on Pure Love, 99 Nation, 830, and we still see the cat. Let's see here. $12 for 7-day contract. That's insanity. Somebody bought it. Somebody is buying it because they think the stock's going to 160. And they think that contract will be worth $15 book value plus maybe $2, $3 time value. It'll be an $18 contract. They'll pay $12 to get 18. That's the insanity of this market. If they're right, they're right. But if the stock goes down to 146 this afternoon, tomorrow, those contracts are down to about $4 or $5, and that $12 buyer is out hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And that's assuming they bought one contract. They might have bought 10 $12 contracts. They've spent $12,000 on these contracts. They go down to $4 or $5 a piece. They lose 8 G's. Ooh, that stinks. I always do stinky offers and stinky bids, says Bama Babe. I did not know there was any other way. Free thinker, it's too early to say for sure. Rob, Nazareth, well, like $5, $6 of that is book value right now, but I guess you're right. ATIP is issuing 5 million plus more shares. Filed an S1. What does that mean? Is it good, bad, and expected price going lower in the short term? Question mark. I have to look into that AB as to what really that means or what that's all about. ATIP, we're showing right now at 179 a share, down a penny. And I don't know at what price and what was the deal to whom. Is this just a is this a stock option? Is this an employee thing? What is that? I don't know. All righty, Scott, drink water, eat veggies, take a nice cold walk. AB, they're trying to sell more shares to expand the business, etc. Let's see. Mark, watch this if you ever plan to borrow money. The plan is to go global. Wooly, put in an ask for 165 at 7 for next week. We'll see if the stock pops enough to hit. So put in an ask. So he's trying to write a 165 contract for $7 for next week. An out of the money call. Why not? If they give it to you, you take it. 150, 125 on the stock. You might need a little move from here, but hey, why not? Rob, Wooly, that's going to need a pop to 155 or more. I think I'm thinking the same thing, Rob. 155 or higher, and I'll get that price for that contract. This is the beauty of writing options. You can speculate on how high the shares go, how low they go by writing calls, knowing that the time factor is your secret weapon to improve the odds of you to make money. Writing an out of the money call, all premium is a great way to play the option writing business. And that's why more and more viewers are coming to this channel, taking my classes, hanging out here with this gang and watching and learning for themselves. how this works in real time. We're up 186 on the Dow. We're backing off from those high, lofty 350 highs. We're still up 38 on S&P, and we're up 193 on NASDAQ, but all three markets have backed off at this point. 150.61 now on GameStop. So those 145s are 560 in the money. And with premiums, they might be trading at 11 something now. They're backing up. Rob, Willie, you would have better chance with 160 or 155, I think. Frantic, Brian calls are also hedges for other short positions, so it's just not gamblers buying them. You are right, Forensic. Willie, true, but I worry there's a little too close to the money. Maybe I should just wait for the next time it takes a $1 pop. $10 pop. Free thinker, every play on the options market is gambling. Rob, you write what you're comfortable with, Willie. Absolutely. Miraculous, I bought four $45 October calls on Cisco. I bought four $45. They've lost a bit of value. If I need one, what should my exit strategy be? If I need one, if I need one, I don't know what you mean by needing one. Key here is that you've bought four calls. You can now write four contracts against Cisco to bring in some capital. Wavy Gravy saying, sir, this is a casino. Welcome to the casino, and you're an owner of the casino. 150.80, 150.78 on GameStop right now, up 387 on the morning. AMC at 17.93, down 79 cents. 17.91. This is approaching the low of the day on AMC. 17.86, the low of the day. We're at 17.91 right now. AMC is just getting hit on 15.4 million volume and is backing off quite a bit here. More pressure on GameStop, perhaps. 150.60 right now is the price on GameStop. Nick S. Supply chain issues giving free rein for Home Depot to raise prices to an unsustainable level. I have to pay 40% higher in costs right now. Rob, I think we're actually asking for permanent cover calls with October calls when they should look to exit the calls. Again, I'm not sure. You can write cover calls against those calls. You're in the money. Just a matter of just what you had in mind for what kind of timing and what kind of price you want to write them for. The Dow right now up 202. GameStop 150.39, 150.39. After topping at 152.25, we're now 149.91. We just broke through the 150 barrier on GameStop like it wasn't even there. The 150 barrier had no support. It got hit and was taken out. And so GameStop now has backed off from the 152.25 level to under 150 in about 15, 20 minutes. So these calls had a little run, and now they're going to drop here a little bit because at 150, they're only worth $5 book, $4, $5, $6 premium. They're $11 a piece, and they're following. Apple just shifted the ship date for my MacBook Pro back by a month. Hello. That means you and possibly millions of others are backed off a month. This will affect Apple's numbers, and this is just on the MacBook Pro. Think about all the other products. 149.91 in GameStop. We be dropping, baby. Scott, okay, everybody, have to go now. Enjoy your day. Take care. Rob, go eat our vegetables. Scott, have a good one today. Go eat those vegetables. ATIP in their S1 say they themselves are high risk and mention Medicaid, COVID, etc. This is normal, realistic for them to say this? Yes, they always say this. I mean, we are the kind of banking on them making bank post-COVID issues. They always say this, AB. They've never walked away from that. They've cited COVID as an issue for a year and a half. This is no surprise, and this is quite normal. But I am of the belief that the next year for ATIP will be far better than last year for ATIP. They've grown in the number of locations. They're expanding their locations. They're adding clientele, employees quickly. I don't think they're having as much difficulty getting employees like they used to. And I think that their numbers are going higher because the demand is through the roof for services. That's my hunch as to what's going on. We'll see. 179.5 on ATIP. I don't think you're overpaying if you buy it down here. I just don't think so. There you go. 164 gain on the Dow right now. We're backing up. Rocket Lab 820 up 36. SoFi up to, it's only up at 784. We're only up 12 cents on SoFi. We were over 8. GameStop 149.74, 149.70. We're backing off again on the GameStop. It's coming in and dropping back. 17.86 on AMC, down 85 cents. Pressure on AMC. Matterport 730 up 22. 23andMe up a dime to 343. Spire's up 2 cents to 191. And SmartRent 502 up 19 cents. Pfizer 52.74, down $1.19 today, backing up on the Pfizer. And Hewlett Packard up 48 cents to 38.67. Topped out today 39.54, giving up 90 cents today. Those of you who are patient, looking to score Hewlett Packard at a good price, it's slowly coming your direction. We'll see if it comes up some more. We'll watch that, of course. 179 is the gain on the Dow right now. 149.66 on GameStop, up to 73. A wavy Nazareth can officially print a $100 gain right now. He's already up $100 on that contract he wrote. The way this stock has backed off already. Anecdote here. My friend who I suggested join ATIP, they are scaling up his work from 40 to 60 to 80 clients a week. Sounds like a lot, but he's excited. Very interesting. 5-day a week schedule. That's 12 to 14 clients a day. 6-day schedule, 10 to 12 or so, 13 clients a day. Very interesting what's happening here. They are ramping up. That's a sign of how busy they are. More clients than they can handle. And ATIP stock is a bargain. Rob, Uncle Bruce, why is it so hard to watch a covered call you just wrote run up $3-4 about what you wrote for, knowing you could have scored more premiums? It is what it is, isn't it, Rob? It is one of those things. But and I know, the more experience you have in this game, 149.46, by the way, on the stock, it goes down a lot faster than it goes up. So when you watch stocks back off quick, you watch your contracts plummet. And you forget all about missing out on those higher trades, because next thing you know, you're making money. So, yeah, you're going to be all right. Wavy, now it's time to walk away, have a conversation with my dog, and hope it'll come back. Nazareth, I sold 9 contracts, so I'll wait a few days no matter what. Way to go, buddy. 9 contracts. You can make $5 a piece. That's $4,500. Making $7 each is $6,300. That's called making a living, and I love this. I love it. Rob, before you walk away, set a stink bid for a serious dip. Nazareth, the day job starts soon. Too bad it's been pissing me off something fierce. Wavy, Nazareth, you dog, I'm jealous. Right on. 149.79 right now on GameStop. SoFi 785, Rocket Lab 820, the Dow up 170 points. We've given up 180 of the gains. We were up 350 on the Dow. We're now up 170. So we've given up 180 points. S&P up 32. NASDAQ up 153. And we've backed off quite a bit here from the highs of the morning. So that's the story right now. Rob, 9 contracts at $12.76 each. Well done, bud. Well done. Mark, subway station in Brooklyn is reporting not only shots fired in the subway, but also an explosion. So there's all kinds of news coming out of New York this morning, and that's really unfortunate. We'll wait to see what the final word on that is. 149.54 on GameStop. 149.54 now on GameStop. These subway incidents make more people wonder, why am I going to work downtown? Why don't I work from home? I'd rather work from home, stay in the neighborhood I live in, shop in my neighborhood, bank in my neighborhood, live in my neighborhood, rather than venture. If the crazies are out there, why be among them? That's what people are asking. When a guy like Buffett goes into HPQ, AB is asking, is also not a bad idea just to buy and hold the stock. Like, for example, you just want to sock away money, something better than a savings account. Yes, that's a good point, AB. Certainly can consider that. The HPQ yield is, let's see here, just on the dividend, isn't too bad. Here we go, HPQ. You buy the stock just for the dividend, it's 2.6%. You're not getting 2.6% from your banker per year. No way you're going to get that from any GIC, Guaranteed Investment Certificate. So just for that alone, I mean, the earnings per share, $5.56. This stock's trading at $6.95 earnings and they're growing the company up. Yeah, I mean, Buffett knows what he's doing here. His team has made this call with him. This could be a 10, 15-year hold to hundreds of dollars of shares by the time they're done with it. Even then, they might still hang on. If these dividends keep pace, keep climbing, the company keeps buying back their stock, they may hold on for a long time. And so, yeah, in the meantime, you can join the party and just follow Buffett and do what he does. In the meantime, I'm suggesting you could buy the stock, write options if you want, buy deep in the money calls, write options, and roll those calls over every 6 months or so into further out calls. Keep playing that game. Absolutely. Up to you what kind of income you need, what you're wanting to get out of the investment. Sure. Free thinker, the house is the owner. Option market makers and broker dealers are the owners. Even a slot machine can pay out big when you get lucky. We're dealing with derivative trading, sans central clearing. There you go. Christina Yarber, explain dividends with options. Well, of course, if you buy the stock, you're going to get the dividend every quarter. Every 3 months, you're getting a dividend, 1/4 of that value. But in the meantime, being a shareholder of the company and earning the dividends every quarter, you also can write options against your stock. So if the stock's trading at the 38.50 and you're writing a $40 call that has 2 weeks to live, or you're writing a $41 call to the third week of May, and the stock stays under the $41 level, that contract will shrink to zero. You keep that money and you get your quarterly dividend. So if every month you're writing a new series of contracts and you can bring in, say, $1 a month net to you from option shrinkage, you're getting $12 a year from option premium from a 38.50 investment, and you're yielding 2-point-something% on your money. Something wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. That just adds to the gains. Thank you very much. This can be done with Apple, IBM, Microsoft, any dividend-paying stock you can write options against. If you're owning ETFs, if you own ETFs that pay dividends, you can write options on those if you want to. You're not going to get fat premiums like on, say, games like a GameStop, but you're going to get added revenue on top of your dividend money. This is extra. This is money on money. This is what's going on. Don't think for a second that over at Buffett, at Berkshire, that they're not writing calls against those 11 billion, 4 billion of stock they just bought. Oh yeah, they're writing calls, all kinds of them for 3 months out, 6 months, 9 months, a year, year and a half, 2 years. They're writing calls all over the place to enhance their revenues. Absolutely, they are. You can do the same thing. You can buy Hewlett Packard right now and write calls for next January. You can write calls for next January, 45s if you want, 40s if you want. Write a $45 call option as a 2023 contract. Dare the market to take you out. Well, that's a $6.50 gain, plus the premium on top of that you get now, plus you earn dividends between now and when you get taken out. You're a winner, and it's all chicken dinner. It's good stuff, but you can also do the poor man cover call strategy. If you can't afford to buy 100 shares for $3,800, you can buy probably maybe 2 or 3 January 25 contracts. Now write 3 contracts instead of 1 contract, building premium income to either buy additional options to write even more, or building premium income to eventually get to the point where if the shares go up a few more dollars, your calls have gone up, you've brought in some premium money, you put it all into cash, and now you buy yourself some stock. You can do whatever way you want to play it. Absolutely. What's your income needs and so on. Wavy, I can't leave us 148.70. I can't stand it. 148.47, 148.07 on GameStop. We have now dropped $4 a share in 40 minutes from the high of 152.25. We have given up ground to 148 on GameStop. Now 147.80. We've dropped again. These contracts are now $2.80 in the money, $6 premium. What are they now? $8.80 a piece, $9 a piece. Hello, even Rob is smiling ear to ear right now, going, they're coming to me. They're coming to me. That's right. Mark is saying that the suspect in the subway was wearing a gas mask, threw something that emitted a smoke screen, then exploded with shrapnel. This is crazy. Rob was laughing with Wavy. I think Wavy is hooked on options writing, says Rob. Christina, what if you only have options? What if you only have options to do poor man covered calls? Again, you'll just bring in the premiums, but you didn't pay $38 a share, did you? You didn't pay $3,800 to write one contract. You paid maybe $1,400, $1,500 to write a contract. And so you have a higher yield on your money than someone paying $3,800 to write that call. It's okay. Rob, I don't believe you get dividends if you only have options. Wavy, Rob, I'm either addicted to options writing or coffee, but I can't slow down enough to figure out which one. Rob, you should still get dividends. However, you write options against your stock because you still own them, of course. Freethinker Buffett wrote a letter to Congress in 1982 explaining why the options market is counterproductive for financial civilization. I posted it on Uncle Bruce's Reddit yesterday. Give it a read, especially Coyote. Freethinker, I'm not sure if they're writing calls. I'm going to find out now. Rob, I'm addicted to watching Bruce and ignoring work. Nazareth, if you write covered calls, you will get the dividend. If you only hold calls, you will not get the dividend. I've done this before on IEP. Rob, laugh out loud. We just went from 149 to 148, and they're hitting it hard. 146.79 now. 146.70. We're negative 14 cents on GameStop. We're down now. We're in the red. 17.72 on AMC, down $1. It's red as well. The Dow's only up 155. GameStop is backed off from 152.25 to 146.79. We're down $5.50 a share, which means those contracts have lost a lot of book value. They were worth $7.25 book value. They're now only worth $2.20 book value within the time span of about an hour or so. Isn't this kind of fun? Real talk, though, this past month, I got a new day job working from home, and it has opened me up to more time here. Right on. Rob, I'm not smiling yet. I'm still 10 to 55, but it's dropping quick to me. It's coming. Wavy, I've been sitting back and learning and playing in the sandbox since last January. I'm coming to get mine now. Rob, it's coming down to you, baby. It's coming. Rob, that's awesome, Wavy. I've been full-time since the beginning of the pandemic. You can go stir crazy, but the flexibility is so nice. Rob, knew it would. Just wish I could have had those extra $3, $4 like you and Nazareth, but oh well. I need coffee. Thank you for the reminder, says 99 Nations. Nazareth, Rob, same, but I live in the hills. 1 block away is the hiking trail, so it's great mix for both WFH and being able to go out and not see people. Work from home and going out to not see people. Rob, those 145s for this week, someone wrote them for $9.50 this morning. It's now $5.80, laughing out loud. Coyote, Freethinker, if you want my political views on capitalism and the market as a whole, most people here would not like it. But it is the game we exist in, so I play with the options. Rob, Nazareth, yeah, I take my dog out every day for hiking trails too. Helps me to disconnect. Nick, Uncle Bruce HD charged me 40% higher on my vinyl flooring costs, so I shorted HD today at 311 and just now covered it. Cool, $5,000 profit, paid for my flooring upgrade. I just love the way you work. That's so great. Nick, nice job, buddy. Well done. I wish I could claim credit for everything you do. That makes you money. That's so cool. John, what the heck so far? I stopped paying attention to do some actual work and you go under $8. Why the face? For the sake of the group, I better stop working. I just better start watching these markets. 147.69 on GameStop. Oh my gosh, are we having fun here or what? I'm so glad that a number of you folks are here to witness the actual live trading of option writers. You're here watching what they're doing. I am not an option writer. I am just here as an advisor and an observer of the whole thing. But you can see how this is working for these guys. The stock will swing and fluctuate, and so will the options. But in their back pocket, they have a secret weapon, and that is called $6 of time premium that will evaporate by next Friday no matter what. These guys have $600 of protection per contract in their back pocket that will benefit them no matter what this stock does. So if it wants to sit at 150, all three of these guys will make money. because the calls will only be worth $5 each, and each one of these guys wrote the calls for more than that. That's if it sits at 150. It's 147.50 now. It's only worth the contract's only worth 250 a piece. So 8.5 to a 9.50 market could be what's going on right now. If these shares drop to 141 today, these calls that these guys wrote will be down into the $5-6 neighborhood easily, maybe 6.57, and they will all be able to, if they want to, score a return. It's a question of just, are you in a hurry for a flip on this, or are you prepared to wait through tomorrow and Thursday to let time depreciation continue to destroy the value of these contracts? It's an easy $100 bill per contract per day that is coming the way of these writers at the very least. The time depreciation with less than 2 weeks to go is now that high. It is dramatic. And so these calls will give up gains, give up premiums, putting these guys in a far stronger position to make a profit on this trade. And this is not wild, scary lottery ticket gamble trades at all. These are calculated option rights with time frame known here, strike price known, volume and volatility known, and a stock that's barely trading any stock, and that spells bad news for upside on the stock. Rob, the 145 call Nazareth wrote for 12.76 is now selling for 9.90. He wrote 9. He's up now $3,000 a contract. So if he closes out the position right now, he clears $2,700 in 10 minutes. Welcome to the channel here about what we're talking about all the time, writing call options to make money. I'm trying to help some of you guys make a living with less than $20,000, $30,000 in the market. There are some of you out there who have less than $30,000 and you're living on it. It defies common logic, because the money managers at Chase and at Bank of America and at Merrill Lynch and at all the high-end firms, they will not let you walk in the door and open an account with them unless you give them $500,000 to $1 million or more to manage on your behalf. And then they'll try to sell you the goods that if they can get you 3 to 4% a year, you're a winner. In an 8.5% inflation environment, ridiculous. Here we have people literally making a living trading 1, 5, 10 contracts. You can make a very good living doing this without a lot of dough at risk. And again, if the shares wanted to go higher, each one of these guys could have considered rollovers between now and next Friday. And away we go. And it's just a matter of how comfortable are you offering up your stock for sale to the gamblers on the floor of the casino. These gamblers who are paying $9, $12.70 a contract to gamble on a stock that they think is going to go up another $10 today. It's incredible to me. It's incredible. The opportunities are phenomenal. But you can write options on any stock you want, ETF you want. If you want to learn how this works, go to my channel, check out the classes, and learn about how to write options, how they work, how they depreciate, how they collapse, how bids and asks are entered, how it all happens. So you understand the mechanism of option trading, and then you can pick your spots when you're ready to put your toe in the water and start writing a call here, a call there, and build up a position and grow your wealth. It's what it's done. It's what it's about. These three guys, they can stay at home and write calls. They can go for a coffee. They can go for a visit out of state. They can go for a holiday in Hawaii. They can go to Europe for 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. Wherever Rob is, in theory, as long as Rob has internet and he's left alone, he'll be able to trade his contracts. And the same with Wavy Gravy and with Nazareth and all of you out there. If you want to get into option writing, you can do this all year round, no matter where you are. All you need is one of these. You got one of these? Who doesn't have one of these kinds of devices? You are able to write calls and generate revenue very conservatively, consistently. Welcome to the party, pal. Craziness, says Rob. Welcome to the party, pal, says Nazareth. Rob, ho, ho, ho. I now have 9 call contracts, and I'm up $3 a piece in 10 minutes. Ho, ho, ho. There you go. Rock and roll. B. Bruce Willis. 148.30 on GameStop. Are these guys nervous? No, they're not nervous. Should they be nervous? No need to be nervous. Welcome to the party. We're up 7 cents on SoFi, up 38 on Rocket Lab. The Dow's up 163. We've given up 190 points from the high of the day. AMC 1777 down 95 cents. The low of the day 1769 today. AMC is really taking it on the chin. Matterport 728 down 20. ME up 11 at 344. Matterport, like I said, up 20. Aspire unchanged 189. ATIP is up a half a penny. Smart Rent up 20 cents. I noticed that Hycroft Mining, the EMC mining partner, 205 down 15 and a half cents. It's backing off. Pfizer down 87 to 53.06. Hewlett Packard 38.48 up 29 cents. Coming into that buy zone. Robinhood is up a quarter. Bannock up $1.55. Home Depot up 204. IBM up 30 cents. Microsoft up 97 cents. Apple up 232, but it's backing off. It got up to 169.87. Now 167.92. Apple backing up a little bit there. Goldman up $3. $3.23 a share. Cisco down 68 cents. Facebook up $2. Amazon up 47.80. Tesla up 18.32 at $995. Google up 9.80 to $2,600. Not a lot going on there. 161 gain on the Dow. 147.76 on GameStop. 99 Nation. I'm still working to graduate into full-time option slinger, but maybe after this crazy meat grinder mode in the market. Bobby, did the market crash yet? Work getting in the way today helps with the fear of missing out, though. Don't want to miss it, Bruce. 147.76 right now. Last trade on GameStop. Volume today now is 849,000 shares. That is, we're not even going to do 2.5 million today. I mean, we are really light, really light. I'm amazed that GameStop is hanging on like it is. I'm actually surprised it's not $10 lower right now. It's really overperforming at the moment. But I mean, it does this. We know this stock has these waves, and again, it doesn't matter if the shares want to stay between 145 and 150 and you're writing 145 calls for stupid premiums, you're going to make money, and it's just that simple. Okay, all right, where are all the NASDAQ gains going? Wouldn't be surprised me if we ended in the red. Rob, could be a bull trap. Well, no, one never knows. 172 gain right now on the Dow, 29 only on S&P now, and 138 on NASDAQ. We have really backed off on these indexes. As a matter of fact, the Dow is still up only 0.52. The S&P is only up 0.7. It was up over a percentage point. And on NASDAQ, we were up over 2% this morning. We're only up 1.07 on NASDAQ. It is definitely backing up at this point in time. Oil still holding a gain. It's actually up 6.49 at 100 a barrel. Speculation abounds about world needs and maybe a higher requirement for oil if China reopens again. And you can play all the speculation you want, but there's oil everywhere. There's just oil available from every producer, all you want. I just don't see a shortage. I just don't see an issue. The strategic reserve is putting 1 million barrels a day into the market. Now the talk is more ethanol into the market. The U.S. requirements for oil is dropping. What I find amazing is the one message that is not being given to Americans, Canadians, to Europeans, to industrialized world people. The one message we don't get about how to solve these high prices for oil and gas, what is that message? Use less. It's so stupidly simple. Use less, and it'll personally cost you nothing. And enough of us use less, this price collapses, because all of a sudden we have a surplus of 2-3 million barrels a day sloshing around the earth. This thing collapses to $40 a barrel. It's just unbelievable how fast it falls off. But no government wants to be the one saying that, because for some reason The mentality out there is that any country leadership that says we should use less oil and gas, it's perceived as a weak statement. It's perceived as weakness, which is ridiculous. I think it's extremely smart, prudent, and wise to use less of this stuff. Let others pay the stupid prices for this stuff. If we can do as much as we do in our lives with less energy being used, we're smarter. And if we're smarter, we come off making more money. I just blows my mind how countries are not adopting we should use less of this stuff rather than more. I don't know. I do the best I can with what little I have. What can I say? What's cooking, Wendy? I wrote 148s for the end of this week. I'm keeping the faith and expect to walk away with my money. There you go. 149.53 right at the moment. We're a little higher again, up 260 at the moment on GameStop. Nas with 0 shares checked out to short so far today from Stonko Tracker, so I don't think there's much shorting pressure today on GameStop. Rob, how much did you get, Wendy? Nazareth, compared to 450,000 shares checked out to short on AMC, that might be why there is such this different by pure, whatever that is. Rob, I did this on Monday, so not as much as you guys, but I'll take what I can get. I wrote for $6. Nice job. Nice job. AB, is Intel a good candidate for poor man covered calls? Seems like you can make similar plays with it. Yes, you can. That is definitely another candidate. Stock I like, and definitely a candidate. I wish I can spend more time on this as What's Cooking, Wendy. I don't know how you guys do this and work your day jobs. Duncan, so join Stock Markets with Bruce right now. 99 Nation videos. I haven't driven my car in 3 years. Bobby, how long does gas last before it breaks down and is unusable? That's a good question. I don't know, with additives and whatnot, I'm not sure how that works. Nazareth, What's Cooking, Wendy? I'm West Coast, so my day job doesn't start until about now. That's why you don't see me on the afternoon show usually. That's how I work this. Free thinker, I found SEC filings on puts, Buffett wrote, but no covered calls yet. There are, in all fairness, thousands of pages of BRK filings on Edge. It could still go either way. Yeah, and I don't know if they have to actually declare call positions like they do put positions. I'm not sure how that works actually. Rob, what's cooking, Wendy? Yeah, my job starts 2.5 hours before the market and finishes an hour before the close. So I managed to do as much work as I can before the market's open. Rob, $6 for 148s for this Thursday. Nice, right? You should already be up on those. Bobby, we don't do our day jobs very well. What's cooking, Wendy? Rob, they're only worth $1 book value right now with 2.5 days left, says Rob. Bobby, there's the real answer. Nazareth, Bobby, regular gasoline has a shelf life of 3 to 6 months, while diesel can last up to a year before it begins to degrade. There's interesting commentary. What's cooking, Wendy? Nazareth, I'm in Jersey. I can't pay attention to any of this, but I chime in every now and then. My boss probably wonders why I take so long to do easy things. I just asked her to just put that in there and put that over there. Why does it take her an hour to do that? I don't get it. Why is she so happy all the time? And why is she in her office going, drop, you son of a bitch, drop? Why does she do that all the time? I don't understand. What is she doing over there? I got interrupted by work. My comment about Cisco was because I want to do a poor man covered calls, but the market is dropping, so it doesn't seem worthwhile to write on the other side. How far do I let the Cisco calls drop before I look for the door? There you go. Gotcha. Well, I wouldn't be worried unless they reach those sort of high 40s. But, you can always roll down anytime you want. You can also roll further out in time, at the same time. So you go down $5 a contract and then out 6 months. It's an investment. And now you keep writing and just keep writing wherever the market is. You're always writing out of the money calls for a 3-4 week time frame to buy them back in the last week of their life for very little money, and then rinse and repeat and bring in cash against your investment. You do the mathematics and go, okay, I am spending this much money to buy my calls, and I'm bringing this much money in to write calls. The percentage return, if I can close 3/4 of that premium as profit, that equals a return of this much per rollover. On an annualized basis, there's so much money I'm making on my money. You're out doing your banker, you're out doing anything else out there. Why not take advantage of it? Absolutely. The Dow is up 176 right now. It's off from 350, of course. GameStop 148.18. It got to 149 for a bit, but it's backed off again. 148.18. Rob, what's cooking, Wendy? Who cares what your boss thinks, so long as he still pays you? 99 Nation. I should get rid of my car. I should just get rid of my car. There you go. 182 is the Dow Jones gain right now. The S&P is only up now 26. It's under 30. And NASDAQ is only up 110. It's up 0.82. The NASDAQ is really coming back. It is backing off. And these three markets are now 0.52, 0.60, and 0.82 on the upside, rather than 1 to 1.5 to 2.5%. They are shrinking. This dead cat bounce is having its effect here. We're now an hour and 40 minutes into the day, and we have come back quite a bit here. At the moment, that's what we're looking at. Miraculous. With that, what would you think is a decent write on Cisco? I have 4 calls I could write against right now. Cisco, let's take a look here. It's at 52.16 right now, down 72 cents. So if you're writing maybe 53s or 54s for the next 3-4 weeks out, see what kind of a premium you can bring in. That might be a way to look at this trade. I don't have it up on my screen right now. Let me see if I can do this over here and over there. And I do that over there to make this happen over here. Let's take a look at that. Where are we at now? We have to go there. And we'll click on that and see if that works for us. There it goes. The stock 52.16. Contracts. Let's take a look at May just for fun. May contracts. Okay. What do we got here? We've got, okay, so it's May 6th, May 13s, and May 20s. The May 20s are the third Friday of the month, the most popular contracts to trade. 55s right now, the stock's 52.17. 55s are 87 to 90 cents. 52.50s, just out of the money, are 188 to 196. So if you're going to write those, that's something to look at. If you go a week earlier, however, this might be a better move. May 13th, for example, you can write 51s, 52s, 53s, 54s, 55s. I like the fact that you have $1 increments. So if you wrote say 53s that are, 70 something, 80 cents out of the money, 110 to 120. If you wrote 54s, 71 to 80, probably get about 75 cents to write a 54. And if you write, 74, you're writing for 75 cents, you're getting 4 times, that's $300. You're out of the money $1.80. They die on May 13th. That's in a month. You might score the entire premium against the value of your contracts. That's a possibility to look at. If you do go further to May 20th, the third Friday, you want to write those 55s, you'll get about 88, 89 cents. So it's $1 further out. You'll get about $320, $350. You're writing 55s. They're very liquid. They have a 3-cent spread. There's 17,000 in existence. That might be an idea to do that. And look, if they go down to 20 cents a piece in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, buy back for 20 cents and say, thank you, sir, may I have another? And then look at writing June's for 70, 80 cents and take a look at those. There's a thought, just a couple of ideas. Keep an eye on the option chain and pick your spots. Let's see. Bobby is saying, Rob, right, buddy, you were only getting a 25-cent raise this year anyway. John, 38,000 share bid on Spire at 189. Why does the market not move? That sounds impressive, but it isn't. If it's a 380,000 share bid, that's a little more impressive. 38,000 sounds big, but it isn't big. It just isn't big. Rob, very true, says, what's cooking, Wendy? I need to learn how to let go of my overachieverness. There you go. 148.64 on GameStop. Cisco 52.23 right now. The Dow is up 182, 148.64 on GameStop. SoFi 775, up only 3 cents after breaking 8 this morning. Rob, Bobby, yep, every year you get a raise under inflation. You lower your productivity too. If you're being paid less, you work less. Isn't that right? Exactly. You just find ways to not be as productive. Yeah, motivate me and watch what I can do for you. But if the employer talks the talk, but they don't walk the walk by paying you for performance, then you gotta look for somewhere else. You really have to look elsewhere. I'm excited for some of you who have found it in your thinking that you're better off working for yourself, doing this, writing options, bringing in this dough, and saying to yourselves, I can make way more money doing this. Go for a walk for 10, 20 minutes during the day, come back in here, back to my house, and keep on working. I'd rather do this than do that grind anytime. And then some of you who, after the market is over, you go into the gym, you're getting out the frustrations of the day, getting ready for dinner time or whatever. More power to you. Shaking my head, I'm down 19.25, says Duncan. It's down 19.25. Rob, I had a conversation with my boss last year about going part-time and working shorter shifts to be more flexible with my work-life balance. They denied it. So I just started working less and being paid the same money. So, you don't want to play that game. Thanks. John, I just thought it would be, I thought it would add to the measly 189,000 shares traded in a little. Yeah, John, I hear you there on that bid. 3 months, says Duncan. That's what's going on. Yeah, some bosses are you might have to approach them a second time. You might have to approach them a third time. Otherwise, you find another gig that you can work part time at, that you get the hours you want, and then you say goodbye to your boss, and your boss says, "Well, why are you leaving? We love you." He said, "Oh, I found a part time gig." Remember we talked about the idea of a part-time gig? I found the one I want, and I've adjusted my work-life balance. Thank you very much. Rob was saying, I was willing to take a pay cut, be paid less hours, but they refused, so now they pay me the same and I work less. Screw them. There you go. There it is. 147.92 on GameStop. We've broken through the 148 barrier again, going down. Looks like a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, employers misread employees all the time, and they blow it. It really is unfortunate. They can really blow these arrangements that could be very beneficial. But I do understand there are managers who are tasked with results. They have to get results, and they've got dozens of people to watch, or many other things other than employee morale to stay on top of, and they just cannot. They don't have the flexibility. They're not being given the power by management, to their management up top, to do what would be best for the company, and that's why middle managers walk too. John, Rob, they don't want to play nice, then screw them. There you go. It is what it is, and this is why the Great Resignation has been ongoing now for quite a while in America. A lot of folks who've quit have already had the other gig lined up, whether it's a part-time gig instead of a full-time gig, or whether it's a stay-at-home gig instead of a going to the wherever gig. There's that too. Yeah, 1 week at 326 down, says Duncan right now. GameStop 148.25, 148.12. The Dow now 195 to the good. As we are fluctuating a little bit with this market, we're still around the lows of the session, kinda. We're now up to 202 on the Dow, a little better, but we're not going very quick here, not going very far, very fast. And is this a little plateau before another plummet? We'll find out as the minutes go by and the hours go by. That's it. Duncan, coffee break. There you go. We have 12 minutes left in this show. That will put me on for 3 hours today. I'll be on this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour today. So if you're around, come and say hi to us, and make sure you give us a thumbs up if you can for that show as well. Thank you for this show already. 238 thumbs ups have already come in here. If any of you are able to hit that thumbs up button right now, before I go off the air, I would appreciate it. Would love to get closer to 300 thumbs ups here. A number of people watch this show as a rerun, and they hit the thumbs up button as well, and I thank them very much for that. It really makes a difference. If you're ever bored, you want to help out my channel, just go through my last 20 videos, give each one a thumbs up if you haven't given them money, and throw thumbs ups on this channel. Every time I get one, the algorithms in head office go, what's with that channel? Those people like this guy. Why is that? And they start throwing more people our way the next time I go live. So thank you all. 247 now. We're going to break 250 here any minute, and we're going to go for 300 thumbs ups in the last 11 minutes of this show. Thank you all for hitting that thumbs up button for me and nailing it, giving it a go and a little boost. I do very much appreciate it. Fantastic stuff. 249 now. We're almost at 250. Awesome. Let's see. We work for Uncle Bruce now. Rob, have a good break, Uncle Bruce and folks. Let's make some money. You know what Rob says. I've been doing my job so long that I don't really need to pay attention to it, so I can do stocks and the option thing. Sometimes work gets in the way, and that's annoying. Duncan, GME, almost there. 148.80. Rob, give Antigen a nice hug from us. Brucey, oh, you know it. Bobby, Rob, so true. Don't like to fire. They don't like it. Don't like it. Fire me. Train the next SOB for this year. I bet they leave in 4 years tops. I'm not a proud man. I will do pretty much any job to keep my family fed. There you go. What's cooking, Wendy? Rob, they don't want to give me a raise, so now I give them the work of a less expensive employee. That'll learn them. There you go. John, same here. Autopilot for the most part. Eventually, Duncan, SMH. Rob, says, yeah, I've automated a lot of my job over the years, but didn't tell anyone. If I did, they'd just give me more work. Don't want to do that. There you go. Gabe's at 148.48. Seems to be just coming down just ever so little at the moment. We now have 250 thumbs ups, and Wavy Gravy, thank you so much, Wavy Gravy, has now upgraded the membership. Wavy Gravy's membership has now been upgraded to gold member. Wavy Gravy just stepped up and became part of this group right here. Thank you, Wavy Gravy, for upgrading. Those of you who want to upgrade, what you need to do is go to your YouTube settings, and you'll find your membership levels, and you'll find the one with me, and you'll go in there, and you can then upgrade to gold level status if you want. You'll be charged the prorated amount for the rest of the month, and then next month it'll kick in at the new level. But Wavy, that means you can join us now every morning before 8:30 when we do the gold member trader alert gig. It's about a 10-15 minute show every morning just for Gold Bagel members, to give you all a heads up of what we're up to here and what we're expecting to see happen. And thank you, Wavy, for your following of this channel and backing us up. I do appreciate it. 99 Nations. I worked 8 years to earn my pay. Lots of jobs offering it to start right now. John, Rob, also the same here. Rob, welcome to the party, Wavy. Welcome to the party, Wavy. See you fools tomorrow night. That's right. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, prime time with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. John, be smart about work without telling anybody. Wavy Gravy smiling here. Bobby, exactly 99 Nations. Rob, John Bickman read about how some people have done that with low-level data entry jobs and have liked and have like 3-4 jobs automated to get 3 to 4 incomes. Rob, John, so tempted to do that too. Wavy, long overdue upgrade. I love this group. Thank you, sir, so much. Right, John, right. If I wasn't paid very well and in a flexible company, I'd have left a long time ago. There you go. 148.73 on GameStop. We're only up $1.80. That's all that stock has given us here. AMC at 17.90, down 82 cents. The Dow right now holding a gain of 245, trying a little rally here. We'll see if it's got much in it. It's going to have to break 350 to hit new highs today, and I don't know if it's capable of doing that. Anyway, 99 Nation, this is my favorite place lately too. Thank you, man. Thank you, all of you who are here. It's just great to see you and share stuff with you, including 8 pounds, 6 ounce baby Jesus talk from Talladega Nights, and one liners from Die Hard. We got to love that. John, come here for the bagel. Stay for the stocks. Take care, Uncle Bruce. We'll see you in the afternoon. You got it, John. I'll be off the air in about 7 minutes here for a little break, and I'll catch you guys this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. I'm looking forward to it. I just found out last night. I was talking to some of my viewers on my other channel, Traveling with Bruce. I was on live last night, and one of my viewers was watching from the UK, and another viewer was watching from Australia. And my UK viewer said, I said, what time is it there when the market opens up in the morning? This might have been yesterday afternoon. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, they said 2:30 in the afternoon. That's when the market opens up for the UK, which means I go on the air at 1:30 in the afternoon in the UK once we're over there. So I'm looking forward to this. This is a schedule I can handle. In Switzerland, I'll go on the air at 2:30 in the afternoon. I can handle this. Because right now, I start this show from here at 6:30 in the morning. I have to start this show. So I like the idea of getting a little more, a little more sleep, rest, R&R. I'm kind of happy about that. Credit Savage, someone just upgraded to a Gold membership, so Dumb Wolf is going to have a heart attack. To mention Duncan, we are bigger in numbers. John, thanks everybody. Duncan, Bagel, Diamond, everything. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. We'll see you all later today. Credit Savage. Anyone seen Dumb Wolf today, or is he out stealing oxygen tanks from asthma patients? Bobby, Bobby, he's a great troll. He was shut down right away at the start today. John, hopefully Dumb Wolf ended up having a similar fate to Henry. Henry just went to pieces. That was the thing about Henry. He just went to pieces, and I'll tell you, that was one big crock fest when it was all said and done. 149 on GameStop, as it is trying to hang on here, maybe go higher. Just kind of flatlining here. We're now at 255 on the Dow, 252 for the gain. Trying to see if it's got any more oomph in it. We don't know. Rock on, says Zach. Rock on. To shreds, you say, Duncan, about 1%. Credit Savage, my wife is on here now, so I got to chill, or I'll get the good old angry wife stare, so I got to chill. You got to behave yourself. There it is. That's the dealio right there. Duncan, good morning, Zach. How's it going? Rob, the Credit Savage household husband. Oh, be on your best behavior, sir. Wavy, thanks up to Bruce. Bye for now. You bet, buddy. Bobby, did Bruce eat his stock raising bagel while I was gone? I have not had my bagel today. I had a muffin early this morning, and yet the market is up today. So saving the ammo, keeping that powder dry. 99 Nation, the feds have employed a giant mechanical maid to begin vacuuming cash from Earth. I saw it in a movie once. Where a giant mechanical maid was sucking the oxygen out of a planet. I saw that once. That was real. A DQ, hey, credit wife, a savage is a savage. Duncan, and between Bruce and I still haven't had our meeting. When are we going to do this, man? When are you available? Bobby, Mega Maid, Rob, saying bye to Uncle Bruce and the gang is like when my parents would leave their friend's house, and it would take another 45 minutes in the entrance. But we actually left because they just kept on talking. What's cooking? Spaceballs. That's right. You know the movie. Zach, Duncan, doing well. Sold a Matterport call this morning for $100.20 this morning while I slept. I love this game. DQ, Bobby, she's gone from suck to blow. Let's see, what's cooking, Wendy? She's gone from suck to blow. That's the line in the movie. That's the line in Spaceballs. That's true. Oh my gosh. I love that scene where they were trying to figure out what's going to happen later. What do you mean what's going to happen later? Well, we'll just fast forward the movie. What movie? Well, we're in the movie. What movie? The Spaceballs movie. We'll just fast forward, see what's going on. Well, when are we going to know that? Well, now. But what? Later. Later? Now? Now? Later. Yeah, we can see what's happening later by looking at it now, by going forward to getting it later, and we'll come back to now. So we'll go forward, we'll come back to now, we'll know what's going to happen later because we're back to now. Yes, that's right. That's how we're going to do it. That's a great movie. My favorite movie. Oh, man. Wavy Gravy. I'm lingering until my meeting. They jammed our radar. Oh, man. Funny, age doesn't look Drewish. The credits. I know, Rob. Anyone else feel a bit empty inside when we say bye on Friday afternoons? I get real sad. Zach, funny. Bobby, what? Who? What? Oh, yeah. Great movie. Lots of fun. Rob, if it wasn't for my kid, I don't know what I would do on the weekends anymore. Maybe watch Bruce reruns and pretend the markets are open or something like that. Bill, you're looking at now. Now, when? Just then. Because I was husband Thursday afternoon this week. Bill, comb the desert. Comb the desert. That's right. Zach looking good. Oh my God, you guys. Hilarious stuff. 148.50 on GameStop. Dropped under 149 again. So let's see if it wants to back off for you guys, you option writers out there. We'll keep an eye on that. I'll join you at 3 this afternoon, and we'll follow this close together today. Wavy gravy, neat, neat, neat. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. Have a great rest of the day. See you this afternoon. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody, so far. We now have had 260 come in. Do appreciate this, and we'll catch you later today. Welcome new members. Welcome gold members. Welcome Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members. Love to have you here. Thanks for joining the party, pals. And we're going to see you later today. God willing, we'll all meet again in Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. That's right. Rob. No, don't put up the knees. We just wrote contracts. No knees. Have a good day, folks. I'll see you later. Okay, guys. Catch you later on. Bye for now.